Yes, welcome to Keep the Ball on the Ground!
Yes! Go on, Jazza!
Big J's McPake! How are you, mate?
I'm good, mate.
Looking great.
I wish I felt it.
You
Cheers
do,
for
mate.
having us back on.
Great to have you back, mate.
Mm.
It really is.
The numbers were that good, you know what I mean? To get you back.
Aye.
How's life, mate? No working in football?
It's difficult. I think when you're in it for that long, whether you're a player, a coach, a manager, whatever, and then just it's alright at the start. Like you can go and do wee bits and pieces. The media work's quite there a lot, or you get the phone call, but the phone stops ringing pretty quick, and then you're doing the school run, doing bits and pieces like that. Being away for dressing rooms, away for players, and what you're used to.
So just Andy's going to show you where you went wrong tactic.
We could be here forever.
Oh, mate,
Take it
don't.
away, mate.
No, don't. Still get PTSD of this couch.
Set that on
mate.
fire, mate.
Don't want to see this couch for a long time.
We were going to put it in first, but I think you need to fucking cement news
Just
of the
address it
week.
straight away.
Talk us through when it first breaks and
You know when
see
it first broke. It gets put in the group chat, mate. Thursday morning. Couldn't believe it, genuinely couldn't believe it. I was so
But it was it
angry.
Wednesday night? Because I seen it over Twitter Wednesday night. Did you not see that?
No, Slaney said that it went everywhere on Wednesday. Obviously not on Twitter, so I never seen it. No, but I was Thursday morning. I genuinely could. I was genuinely livid though. Like I don't know whether my head was going or I was angry. I don't know where I was.
I've never
But
seen
I
you
tell
that
you what,
angry.
He was
he was loving it, mate. I've never heard him
Horrible
laugh so
wee
much.
bastard,
No.
isn't
He couldn't breathe for laughter.
We were on the phone, mate, and I just see that we hit the giggles. It was just coming.
Honestly, mate.
But mate, do you know what? It was, as you said, it was a brilliant piece, and it was a minute clip they've took out of a 15-minute bit we were talking about. You said Rangers are going to do well under Russell Martin, but they've just taken that wee bit out. But I thought it was actually amazing. I don't think this country do that enough. Analyse the games and analyse stuff. So I thought it was actually brilliant for that point of view. But as you said, that just taking that minute clip out or whatever it was and making you seem like fucking as if you're out to get him almost.
It obviously could have went a lot worse. Like
with him.
but the way he responded to it was brilliant. But even our manager, our manager just got hit with it in the press conference. Probably didn't have a clue about it, and the way he handled it was brilliant. And also, I was helped with that. But it just how blown out a context it was just mental, man.
Did you phone the guy that wrote it?
I phoned a few people.
Who wrote it?
I'll no name his name, but I must have made about 35 phone calls that day.
George
So,
Slane wrote it.
Mate, did you speak to Russell Martin?
he sent me a voice note. So I messaged him as soon as I seen the article
Aye.
because I wanted to explain it myself. Do you know what I mean? So I tried to phone him, but it would obviously have been training. So I sent him a message, and like I said, his response to it was brilliant.
I thought
He
even
seems
in the
like a
press
top man,
conference
didn't
was
he?
brilliant as well, the way he spoke about it, wasn't it?
Well, obviously we've all experienced it. Like you'll know yourself and all. Like, that is just what papers do, especially with headlines. Headlines are always out of context, but for people that will just see a headline on social media, it's believable, innit? So it's like he could have just seen it on social media and not even watched the clip and just believed that I said, "What you doing, Russ?
That's the worst bit of what you did.
Is that the headline?
What you doing, Russ?" And then Halliday lambasted Russell Martin's tactics after we had been saying for 15 minutes, I think he's going to get it right. It's like, fucking hell, man. But
No, I think that's the worst feeling in life. I think it's worse than death. I genuinely, see if you're on the back page of the paper for caning somebody.
Still lots of bagpipes.
No, it's not worse than bagpipes.
Do you think it would have been worse though if either our manager, his manager or Russell Martin took it the wrong way?
Miles
Oh,
worse
of
than that.
course.
Which they could have, as you said, if they just watched that clip. Jazz, do you think you could take that wrong when you were a manager and you seen something like
Aye,
that?
but I think with what Andy said, he spoke to him, or he's tried to speak. Now, he could have took the hump and no wanted to answer the phone, but surely when you get, it's what they do like, all the time, and you get to the point where whatever you're saying, you're always second guessing yourself and going, can that come out, or how's this going to sound? I've heard it plenty of times as well, but I think the fact Andy's went and spoke to him, and if I agree with you, he does sound like a top man. I don't know him, but watching his press stuff, he comes across really well to the point where you hope he does get it right for Rangers regardless, because I like the way he comes across. But the interesting one could have been the Motherwell manager saying, like, especially as you say, that's just been
Flung on him,
threw at him, and he's probably no idea what's going on, or he doesn't watch Day 2, does he? Let's be. So he's probably like, what the hell's happening here? But
See the way after you messaged him, Tony, he's obviously training. Is that the worst to see how he's going to reply to you?
Because
That's the worst feeling, innit?
even after like I say calming down, but after a few phone calls, or find out what's what, you still no heard back from him because they're obviously training. So you want to just make sure that maybe he's either seen the full thing or he's not took it the wrong way or whatever. So then his response obviously made it, you can then laugh and joke about it, and then I can still. But no, it's so annoying, right? I've been waiting for days, mate, for a hymn on the back page with Brendan Rodgers. It turns out it was me.
I know, but he's not big enough to get in the fucking back
fucking
page.
right, am I?
No, it's because he doesn't say what he thinks, that's why.
Oh,
So
Andy.
I'm needing more for him.
No, Andy,
actually.
I spoke to Si the other day about this. He's playing us too.
Well,
He's playing the field. Me and you are putting our neck in the line every week, and he's sitting back playing his half each other.
Mate, I literally do not know what's coming out of my mouth.
Oh, you said that.
'Cause I'm not taking responsibility for anything that comes out of this. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore.
Is that like it? That he's
It's a cop out.
cop it already.
Any pet peeves this week, Jazz? Is there anything that really annoys you in life just now? Not getting a job.
Aye, that. School
Mate,
runs.
for some.
School runs.
Aye, school runs.
What's annoying about the school run?
I don't know, just everything about it. Traffic, speaking to people.
To other parents?
Aye.
Aye,
it's
small
just-
talk.
Aye.
Small talk's
that,
the worst thing in the
It's
world.
still too early in the morning for that.
Mm-hmm.
Aye, school runs.
What about football wise?
Probably I get going back and just looking from an outside, and this will come back and people say, well, no wonder with the results, but the negativity was Russell Martin. Like everything he says, and I've watched bits and pieces yous have done, I see other, no yous, but just everything he comes out, he has a go at the players, right or wrong, he gets hammered for that. If he comes out and says they were unlucky in a certain game, he gets hammered for that. I think Kevin Thompson spoke about it last week when he was it last week when he was on, that just society nowadays, social media, everything, they just jump on your back right away.
How did you deal with, obviously since you've been a manager and been on that side, how did you deal with like social media, fan pressure, criticism? Just take it for what it is, outside noise, and just move on?
It'd be easy to say that and just turn and say aye. Right away, it was dead easy, it wasn't it? A couple of incidences that probably I wasn't great in particular with Twitter, so I got rid of that.
What were you tweeting people back? What did you tweet back?
No, stupid stuff in that.
But like DMing them or actual public?
Aye, probably DMing. No DMing public with one in particular, but
By a
again,
fan?
aye, just a muppet. But stuff like that, and then you go, no, you can't do this, and I think you get to a point where it just becomes a norm. Particularly when you're in bad runs, it was easy to stay away from social media when you were on a bad run, stay away from everybody actually. And I was used to them, to be fair. I was on a lot of them, particularly at the end at Dunfermline. So it's tough, it is, and I can't imagine just how hard it is for managers at clubs like Rangers, Celtic. I think even the two Edinburgh clubs like that, where it's just constant and it's tough, and it's for players, for managers, for coaches, for everybody. They just, you know.
Me and Mick were talking about this the other day. Like, how can Russell Martin be enjoying this job just now? How can you
That's
enjoy
what
it?
I mean, everything that comes with it, whether
He's
it's...
so fucking stressful.
And it's that saying, you win a game, and I think people, it's just a cliche now where you'll hear managers or coaches, whatever, say, oh, you win a game, you can relax for 20 minutes, you get home or whatever, and the next day, but that's true. Whether you get beat or whether you win, it's different, and being players, that you could get out of it quicker, couldn't you?
Especially with the context of like going through the two European games, going through the cup game, albeit it was being
I know, it
Alloa.
means fuck all really.
You generally would think they've lost every game, wouldn't you?
Aye.
But
Mad, isn't it?
Are the fans having him?
No, I don't think fans like him.
It doesn't seem like they do, do they?
I don't think fans like him. They want him to be the manager, mate.
No.
Imagine that next week, Russell Martin was sitting here. Just swap for a week, we'll try it out. Mate, you should have heard that pitch where you were getting invested in our fans. Like, some of the things that get shouted are fucking wild, mate.
It's shocking, mate, innit?
At a game of football, huh? Crazy.
You can't say
A
that, you
dog
got-
licked
can
my
you?
jumper in a fucking restaurant. How, is that?
a dog licked your
Licked
jumper?
my jumper.
You
Somebody's
hate
dog.
dogs, I know.
Oh, I just turned round, mate, and the thing was brand new jumper, mate, licking it. And the owner's just standing watching it.
But it's not ruined your jumper, is it?
But can fucking smell Doug.
Mate, it was
did you
nearly
do?
What's his arsehole?
It was nearly greeting me.
What's his arse, mate, and then it's licking my jumper.
What did you do?
Nothing.
Just sit there?
Just sat there.
It was nearly greeting for about half an hour after it.
No wonder, a brand new jumper. And what else is there for me?
I've got a peeve.
What?
Your anger towards guys like myself and the rest of you could say the world or the UK buzzing off Oasis, isn't it? You're no happy. So tell us what you really think here.
Talking about with bucket hats on, mate. What age are you, 33?
But it's no that, mate. You don't get it unless you went to that concert. There's no feeling like this, mate. It was like I don't know, it took you right back to when you were younger and growing up. Everybody's
Mate,
cuddling and everybody's in
You'd
love.
have been fucking 6 or something in Oasis for it.
No, but that whole journey of growing up with your dad and listening. No, but you're listening to your dad with the albums and all that.
You
And
said it was the best night of your life, you were there yourself.
I know, but you're not really there yourself, mate, with everybody there. But he's not been, Andy. Do you know what I mean? You've not felt this.
Did you just go?
I never went.
I never know.
He's way what he's saying. People shouldn't be going about with bucket hats. That one.
Well, what I'm interested in, to fling it back on you actually.
Why is it always me?
But you've said nothing but your skint for the last 3
I know,
weeks.
mate.
Yet you're going to Oasis. The concert for the videos I seen
It looks brilliant.
incredible,
Exactly.
man. It did look incredible.
Well, he's against it, but he doesn't want to overly date because he knows how many people have Oasis.
And little Kerrs parking £2, you know, the Falkirk, the Geardick, you know, we used to love them. You now need to pay £2 to park to watch your kid to play football.
Nah, it's poor, isn't it?
Where's that money going?
It's not going to fucking me, I'm not going to.
And I seen a grown man, an ambulance driving by, standing with his missus at the lights, and the ambulance went by. And,
Oh, I was there.
you were there?
I was in the West End, aye.
See if you're that way, if you're just going like
go by,
that. See when we get up the road, pat your bags and just fucking...
Chuck it, man.
Wouldn't you? Putting his hands up, but how loud are ambulances
They're
these
too
days
noisy,
as well?
yeah.
He actually did put his fingers in his
and then
ears.
another guy was out a run by the Rock, you know, the bar up in Highland, and this bird's sitting, getting a picture of her boyfriend, and he goes like that in the picture.
Love it.
What the fuck you doing?
I've got a pet peeve, Slaney.
What is it?
Good, mate.
PDA.
What's PDA? Oh, fuck.
Public display of affection.
I'm sweating. Something just happened to me there, which is fucking... How you meant to relax and enjoy this, so it just happened to me. I'll tell you off camera, it just happened to me there. Oh, fuck, I'm sweating. Oof.
Unreal, man.
You and your missus, you just do bits when you're out? Hold hands and...
Never out anymore.
Never, you know?
Nah.
Your missus is a darling, isn't you?
3 wains now.
Do you know what's mad? I'd probably hold my missus' hand holiday, but never in Scotland.
Did you? Same.
Maybe hold the hands in abroad's fine on holiday, but nah, no doing Byers Road.
What about, I wanted to ask you just quickly, interviewing players at half time now.
I actually don't mind it. I know you hate it.
See, if you were a player though, would you not mind that?
It depends what the score is.
They need to though, and it's part of the deal.
Imagine you're a manager as well, but you're where the fuck's Andy? Oh, he's out doing.
Aye.
But if it's I'm sure they've been briefed, they've been spoke about, but they were doing it in the was it the League Cup?
Aye,
Couple year
Hibs
ago.
Hearts.
Shankland done
They
it
were
half
doing
time,
it.
didn't they?
Aye.
Do you know why I don't mind it, right? Because I think we're going to get something unreal soon.
What, somebody can't?
Aye, there's going to be a bit of gold in there somewhere. And I think it'll be great viewing.
And the academy, the website looks amazing.
Oh, your new
Aye.
website, mate, huh?
Aye. It's been in the works for a while, like 2-3 months. So launched it yesterday. And we've started a club partnership programme, which is good. So try to work directly with grassroots. So.
Half time should ask you every Motherwell game what the opposition's tactically did.
Oh mate, imagine.
with the board.
With that board. How good did that be?
I love just looking at him in that board, mate. It's an image that will last me my head
Do you want it
forever.
moved?
Need to get rid of that.
Am I right in saying it's still the shape? It's up.
Lyle Cameron's still out there.
We might as well pass the ball for a week. Hold on to the ball. So for anyone watching that isn't involved, you need to get in with the open goal lock-in. But this is where the clip came for the live stream.
The live, make sure.
Went viral, obviously. You can sign up to join us every Wednesday. We're on live at 11 o'clock. It's really good just now.
It is like open goal after dark, isn't it? Even though
the
it's
proper
11
go for
o'clock
it.
in the morning.
Although now you'll be the fucking fear in it. Stop fucking clipping things for it as well. Actually killing us. We've not done fans' pet peeves, so I thought we'd better bring it back because we're on a
like
podcast
it.
to the people. So Greg, pet peeve for the day, people putting up pictures of their Waynes going into primary 5 and they cares.
Oh, that's poor, man.
Primary 1 I think is acceptable. Primary
primary
5?
5?
Primary 5.
Aye.
Primary 5 for this start of the...
No, I'm
Probably
still
thinking
doing
Shut
that.
your no.
I am.
Nah.
The kid, the kid that...
Aye, there you go,
like
see?
Fucking cracking idea. No, but I think a kid... does a kid want it at primary 5?
The 3 of them were in the one picture, so I suppose you've got to write, what would it have been, P2, P7 in first year.
So yours is like a wee collage of the 3 of them?
No,
You got a milestone,
going
ain't
back
you?
to
When
school.
going back to school.
I'm just meaning more for the kid when they're in maybe first year or whatever. Do they want to be in that picture?
Aye.
I don't know.
That's poor, though. I'm not having that. Whoever wrote that
So
one.
Greg Gibb, you're not having it, right?
Against
Lauren
it, Greg.
Easton, say another pet peeve, and this one is the best. A toilet seat that doesn't stay up when you go for a piss. Having to stand with one hand on the cock and one hand holding the seat up, there's no need.
I sit down, my pee.
Every time.
Get to fuck.
90% of the time.
Is this
Eh,
for
why?
real, man?
I'm a sit down pisser, aye.
Is this for real?
I'm being
He's done
serious,
that
eh?
last week with that, and then this week.
Do you think that's worse?
That's right up there, mate.
What have you done? You sit down for a piss? How? Because in case it goes everywhere. You've got a big banger, that's why.
No, but even like if
Yeah, is it a
if I'm
cracker?
on my phone or I just want to chill it for 35 seconds, I'll just sit down. I'm 90% sit down.
So see when you're shaking it, you put your hand in and shake
right
it.
down, aye.
You were
And then it'll start puffing. Got a towel on it, didn't you?
You don't sit down, do you,
No.
mate? Jazz, did you?
Never.
Never, no.
Do you know what else I done the other day, which I think a lot of people do now that I've stood next to people doing it? I never pull my foreskin right back.
That's it.
I do. You always get pissed in your boxers if you don't.
Sometimes I'll just put it back
This
a
is
bit.
turned into a lock-in. This is turned into a lock-in.
I done it.
Trying to get off.
Try to get a job.
Do you pull your foreskin right back? That's it, man, Chairman. She was looking at you. Being for a piss. Right, last one. Declan Wilson. Pet peeve when people don't bin the paracetamol ibuprofen packet, then they use the last ones and just put the packet back in the box. You go to get some and it's finished. Just fucking bin it. I'm bad for it.
Fucking hell, mate. That's a fucking essay.
I do that, so.
Aye, but it's no big enough to be.
See when you're hungover, so and you go to get paracetamol and there's a box there and then you open it and there's no, that is the worst feeling in the world.
Aye.
Nah, anyone else?
Fucking lot of shite we just wrote.
And then I seen a tweet that I really liked that I wanted to fit. This was last week when Rangers got beat for Dundee or dropped points. Russell Martin just dropped points to a manager that looks like he goes to the park to pick up Doug shite with no Doug.
Top of Presley.
Presley.
Picks up Doug shite with no Doug. That is brilliant.
Amazing. Right, hi Jazz. You left in December last year, Jazz. Are you working at Said that.
I'm doing wee bits and pieces with my brother.
It's always weird, that, isn't it, what a manager does after when they're out of work? I always wonder that.
It's tough, as I say, it's tough, but I think you need something to do. Get you away for that school run and just a bit of
Have you been in
routine.
for any other jobs, mate?
No, I met Partick. Obviously never got offered it, but met them. That's been it, it's been quiet.
What's interviewing like? Do you need to come up with a presentation in it?
I've done that, to be fair. I interviewed at Dundee the first time when I got that job. Dunfermline, and then went for that one as well. I did do a presentation. Clearly wasn't very good.
In it, or?
No, left it out. But nah, it's tough as well.
What, like nerve-wracking and tough?
You're thinking what are they actually looking for? And I think you've just got to go in and put across what you are.
I've always
Believe so.
wondered that, like interviews, and did you do the presentation yourself?
I done most of it. Obviously people tied it up and go at it and have a look at it, but you're sitting through it and you're trying to gauge, are they enjoying this or is this right? Or
So
whatever.
do they sit on a couch and you're standing up?
No, in that one I was sitting down. The Dunfermline one, they came to my house because I was in a knee brace. I've probably been quite lucky. Dundee, I knew them, but the Partick one, I was just sitting down and they're like, the telly's there, they're sitting looking at me and I'm like scared to look at the telly, look at them to see what are they doing?
That's hard, that, mate.
What you say?
Have you ever told the story about when Big Kevin in for the Bember job? No.
What was it?
They asked him, you going to sign any players? Never watched a game at this level, so I don't know what type of player I've got for. And then they said, who's your backroom team going to be? He's like, no sure, I'm going to down for a few people. So he said he's never watched a game, doesn't know who's going to sign, doesn't know who his backroom team's
He's going to get Gary Anderson as his assistant manager, isn't he? Willie Borland and Gary Anderson.
Can't even.
Both playing darts Monday.
Genius.
You got to leave your duties 2 days before Christmas. Did you see it coming?
Probably. The run was poor. We weren't on a great run at all.
But the club was in turmoil at the time as well, mate.
It
wasn't
was, and at that point, the ownership had put it up for sale as well. But I'd say for the League Cup games in the summer, it was in a bit of turmoil. They'd cut the budget. We knew the German owners were trying to get out. They officially then came out and says they were leaving. Obviously, it was in transition then between the new owner, one Zoom with him or something before the takeover was done. But I think any time there's a new owner coming in, even if you're winning and just doing all right, you're thinking things could change here. But when you're not on a great run, you kind of know. Probably know then. At that, not because it was Christmas. And it's funny because you see a lot of stuff. People say, "I can have a good Christmas now. Like it doesn't need to get into work." I think, I've just been sacked. I'm hardly going to have a fucking brilliant Christmas and enjoy it. But the Falkirk game was coming up, so you maybe thought we'd have got to after that, but then maybe at the time you think it's probably better getting done now because a McGlynn team could come and batter you and you don't want that. But nah, it was...
How did they do it, Jazz? Did they call you in the office or is it a phone call?
It was a Monday on my way in. I got a text to come into the boardroom. You know that, right?
Do you know
away.
straight away?
Aye. You know, you get in and the chairman... To be fair, the chairman was alright with me. It was his first time being a chairman. He's pretty young as well. The full time, I don't think it, even when you're saying the club was in turmoil and we weren't signing players, the budget was dropping. He was always there and he was decent, I've got to say that. But he just says, look, we had a board meeting yesterday. This is the decision we're taking and away you go.
How bad was the pitch?
Shite. Aye.
Did that change, did that affect how you wanted your team to play or change it at all?
Nah. It was good at the start of the season, and then I don't know, might the season before it as well, we had the flood, or everybody says we done the flood, so we didn't need to play the game, we had injuries or whatever, done a flood. You can hardly, and we're going to burst a pipe on your own pitch just to get a game called off. And then it never really recovered, but I think they've done a lot of work to it this year, just like everything, the money's going in now, so yeah, a bit late. But no, I don't think it changed too much, because probably at that point we were really struggling and we were not back to basics, but you're just trying anything you could to win the game. Even earlier in our first time there, when we were on a good pitch trying to build, it was this tippy-tappy pitch. But ultimately we weren't scoring goals, and I think if we were building and scoring goals it would have been accepted, or if we were going back to front on a shitty pitch it would have been accepted as well, if we were scoring goals, but we just couldn't do that.
Aye.
Amazing. Tell about your dad. You tell about your dad.
What about my dad?
The boys did his due him something.
No, I can't tell him.
Tell us.
No, I can't. I just
It's
can't.
so funny, though, isn't it?
The way you spoke to your dad on the phone last week was terrible.
Do you know what's a pet peeve? When you're on the phone to your mum and she goes like, do you want to speak to your dad? And your dad's sitting there, you know your dad doesn't want to
The
speak to you.
both don't.
And you're like, no, just tell him. No, here he is.
Maybe you had the way he
Right,
speaks to his dad.
No, is it embarrassing?
But he's speaking the same way that the other side of the phone, swearing at each other and that. Can I ask a professional question?
Where's George? Where's George? He's due me a...
Don't even say that. Don't say it. Jazz, see, since you've left, mate, have you went into any other clubs to watch any training or took it in for any other managers or that?
I've spoke to a few. I've not been in anywhere. Or you hear people going in for a week or that. Like, you speak to people, you watch games, you get a wee while at the start, and then I've not been in.
I just find it so strange. You're kind of fall into this category as well, like a guy like Kevin Thompson, how well he's done, yourself, and then it seems when they come out, they're just not getting a lot of opportunities to get in.
Not a lot of jobs out there, is there?
I think that's obviously part of the hard part of being in Scotland, isn't it? Where obviously money's an issue. We don't have as many clubs down in England. They get 96 clubs or 92 clubs, whatever it is. And like you say, it's when that job comes up, it might be 1 or 2 jobs a month maximum. There's probably about 20 people going for the same job.
What is there? There's like 20 full-time teams in Scotland.
20.
If that.
12 Premier League.
Aye, there will be. But then it's not, every time you're out, there's other people coming through, there's other people doing, retiring, going through, maybe coming back up for wherever they've been. Good players and good coaches as well. So there's always a new kind of group of people going through their courses, want to be coaches, want to be managers. So I think the longer it goes, the tougher it gets as well.
Would you go part-time, Jay?
Probably. I would. Again, it just comes down to
The club?
aye, and what they see and what they want to do. I love coaching. That's, you talk about, you miss it. You miss the Saturdays and that buzz. You had that when you played and build into that all week, but just the day-to-day stuff or the sessions with, whether it be team sessions, individual sessions with players, you miss that. And quite quickly as well, you don't really miss getting beat. Nobody does. You don't miss the shite you get every Saturday or when you get beat, but really quick you miss just being on the pitch with players and players that want to learn and get better.
Is it true you've been taking the missus and the 3 kids out for a bit of back 4 training?
Aye, just like some movements, just keep to keep my eye in, my voice loud, and you've got to, but
Amazing. Lads, once again this season show is brought to you by the Clubhouse.
Oh,
the bar situated at the top of Princess Square.
Amazing. Andy, what's your favourite place, mate?
Aye, I'm looking forward to getting back into the Premier League starting as well. I thought a couple of the games I watched at the weekend were brilliant. One really bad one, right enough. Chelsea Palace was a terrible game.
Off.
But
Clubhouse
Liverpool
made it good,
Bournemouth
didn't
on
they?
Friday.
Tom and Kev saying Chelsea are going to win the league.
Nah.
Open goal viewers obviously can get 20% off their food bill when you quote
20%
open goal.
And then this week, what a line-up on Celtic and Rangers first Champions League playoff. Rangers facing Club Brugge at Ibrox on Tuesday, and Celtic taking on.
Don't know. The Bens.
The Bens on
Celtic
Wednesday.
play the Bens on Wednesday.
If you fancy a Friday night out at the Clubhouse, we'll also have Rafe v James's old side Dunfermline on the telly at 7:45. Who do you all fancy for the Championship this season?
I thought Ross County first, but I still think like St Johnstone.
You think St Johnstone are showing?
I was the same. I thought Ross County made some good signings for that league as well. Players that have won it before, experienced the league, but having watched St Johnstone at the weekend and how they've started, I'm going there, mate.
I thought Ayr at the start, but they've started terrible, haven't they?
Aye, no started well at all.
Season. It's quite an unpredictable league, isn't it?
It's good. I think it'll be back in 4-4 season. There's no like when you look at a Dundee United, a Hearts, or any of the types of teams where they're Ross County probably have will have the biggest budget. It's a tough league. I think St Johnstone have started really well, but I like Rafe's squad. Like when you see it,
good players.
No started great, but it's going to be. I think it could be any of them.
And then Saturday, wait to hear this: Man City v Tottenham and Arsenal v Leeds. The great game yesterday, Arsenal Man U, innit?
What?
How good are Arsenal defenders at defending, mate?
I know.
They fucking love it.
You said Man U's back, mate.
Man, you're back.
Cunha and Mbeumo will definitely make a difference to them, won't they?
Mate, they're just Man U players, innit? See, like the confidence that they've got, that's what they've been missing. 23 shots on goal.
Cunha taking it in the half turn in his own half and just driving the defenders, mate.
What about the goalkeeper?
The goalie, mate.
Tough enough.
Honestly, you batter him after the game, wouldn't you?
It's shocking.
Fuck it, you did. Punch the ball.
He's a big guy, I know, mate.
What about Tottenham, right? Under Andy style. Did you watch Tottenham against PSG in the Super Cup?
Mm-hmm.
Mate.
How dangerous are they though?
They looked at scoring every time.
Aye, in the counter they're brilliant, mate. Kudos, is it?
Go, take free kicks, long throws, direct. But it's mad to go for Ange to that, innit? Especially with the squad of players they already had.
Mm-hmm.
Like kudos, good sign.
Well,
there's no better place for watching a game than getting a pint and nice food in the Clubhouse, so book yourself a table at the link in the description box below.
Before you move on, Si, the road to 150k subs, we're still going there. We are on 141k subs. In the last week or so, we've jumped 2,000 followers, Andy, that have subscribed, sorry. The journey, the journey of Boca Juniors and River.
He doesn't obviously want to go, does he? The way he's
fucking putting want to go, but
he's terrified, man.
Keep on hitting that like and subscribe button. It is free, of course. I think sometimes you see that people think, do I need to pay it? No, it's free, so everybody hit that, and we're going to need to get earlier in November, so we need to be quick.
Okay, I love it. And then obviously the lock-in promo, obviously we've already spoke about it, but if you're looking for the episode with Andy's analysis, it was from the lock-in live stream, which is available to our YouTube members, where we go live every Wednesday. To access that and also keeping the ball on the ground plus that James will be on after this, join the lock-in membership at the link in the description box below, or scan the QR code on screen, or click the join button on our YouTube
fucking
channel.
Help him out, Andy, for fuck's sake.
You're the one that brought us to this fucking thing. Come on.
Sorry, Trips.
Yeah, do you know what? I would love to see Mary that type of punditry
in Scotland.
That analysis, I think it's really good. I think it's easy as pundits. I don't know if we are, I wouldn't call myself that, but just mean in any platform, I think it's easy to go, he's no good, or they're not doing this. It's brilliant to actually sit and watch that. We don't have it here at all. Probably the first time. I don't like seeing it because I don't want to suck up his arse, because I don't want to be that type of guy, but I do think it's probably, I'll say this, I think it's the best piece that I've ever seen.
Pulled back or pulled back?
No. I think it's the best piece of analysis that Scotland for a pundits ever produced. There you go. And the people see up his arse.
What would you put second?
Well, this is what my argument would be, is somebody find a better clip and show me it, because I don't think you'll see it at all. I thought it was unbelievable. It's not because I just think of the whole setup, and I would like to see Mary it, and I think the live lock-in geezers, that platform, to be able to do that, and with the games coming up, it'll be good to see you get yourself on that board as well.
Would you do it?
I would do it, but I've got shaky horns and I'll get so you wouldn't know where my players are playing.
We'll do it for the Rangers Celtic game.
But it was great that Rangers went out and put on a cracking performance after Andy said that, wasn't it?
I know, you're choking for a 6-0 just to...
It was poor again.
Go the opposite
why was it poor again?
Well, I heard a lot of people saying there was a lot of changes made. I think it was 8 or 9 changes. When it happens, they've not maybe played a lot or tried to get used to each other. They're not going to be brilliant. I still don't think you should be getting into 8 or 9 months, whatever it was, only 3-2 against Alloa. I don't think that's... Conceding 2 again. They seem all early placed defensively, didn't they?
Yeah.
So open at times.
Aye. By the way, fair play to Alloa.
Not brilliant, aye.
Alloa actually done well, and see even... Oh, listen. To be fair, in terms of the context game, 90% of the game was played in Alloa's box, so Rangers had them camped in, but see the other 10%, like Alloa played through press, they never just smash the ball up to a striker to try and get onto loose ends. There was a couple of actual scenarios that they built the game really well. But
was it Rangers losing the ball and not getting it back quickly enough?
It generally did scream me a game, right, where Rangers just knew for the first 10 minutes they were going to win it. Because after that, they were just so lackadaisical in possession, so many like loose turnovers where there was just the easy pass on, easy option. Again, the first goal comes for Giga dribbling through 3 players in the middle of the pitch and loses the ball. The second one, he tries to take a touch with his studs, lose it, they go up and obviously get the free kick for the second goal. So I think it was just more, again, is that down to changes? I don't think you can give that an excuse, to be honest, when you're playing obviously a part-time team in Alloa, but I just thought the players were dead loose in possession, really.
Have you seen much of them this year, mate?
I've not seen a lot of them. Bits and pieces. Just hearing you. Look, I've seen the European games, and I thought, to be fair to them, they were excellent in their games. But bits of the Dundee game as well, and Slaney's saying they shouldn't be 3-2 up, but I just think there's a point in the 89th minute. There's a point now. Alloa were probably gone there, no scared. We've all went to Ibrox, Celtic Park, where I think we just need to keep the score down. People say, you shouldn't admit that, but it's true. We went
Remember
there.
we got done set?
Oh, fuck. Jeez. I
don't think you've seen me once the full game. I was just, every time you got the ball, I was hiding behind somebody.
don't think we had the ball.
That was bad.
Was that Rangers?
Mate, it could have been 12.
Was that the
Celtic Park.
Izagiri?
Beaton stuck it in the stand, do you remember?
Izagiri missed a penalty for his hat-trick.
I think it was.
Izagiri?
Aye.
6-0 down. Was that a testimonial game?
Aye. He missed a penalty for his hat-trick.
Paulie Tim took the pen.
So they're going and probably, again, with just everything that's surrounding Rangers at the minute, any team getting in, like I heard you say, like Dundee getting in, and was it Clark Robertson that said after the game that they thought they could go in and get something, and players have got to come out and say that, but I think he's been honest with it, and you're just the negativity around it now, and it's just no clicking yet for them domestically, but I'm sure they'll get it right.
Big Elvis was just walking around Ibrox looking for a dog shite, wasn't he?
I think the biggest surprise though was, I don't think Rangers have started games well enough, but they actually started the game really well, put Alloa on the back foot for the first kick of the game, to be fair, score within the first 20 minutes, which is something they've not done enough. You then think they go 1-0 up, pressure's off them, they're going to battle them after that, the second goal's going to come. But Alloa's first goal's fucking comical.
What is that?
Honestly, man? I don't think you'll see a poorer goal conceded this season, mate.
No. That's 11 guys at the pub, mate, isn't it?
And again, see with Max Aarons, right? See with the career he's had, he obviously has ability, but it just shows it is just a different type of pressure to play for Rangers and Celtic, because you can see at a mile away he's struggling confidence levels already in his 6 games in, because he tries to clear the ball with his wrong foot. He's played on the left hand side, he tries to clear the ball with his right foot when it's on his left, and he puts half Joe Rothwell's face for an own goal. So after that, he must have wanted the ground to swallow him up, man.
Unreal, mate.
Moore was good, wasn't he?
Peter, you didn't know it. Aarons was at Valencia last year.
See him. I came for Andy today. He didn't know that.
I never even knew that, mate. That's mad, isn't it? Like you say, he was at Valencia, mate, and he's really
played
struggling.
the Premier League. He's obviously a good player, but you see confidence level. Now, what I love about Mikey Moore, right? Do you not think that's just a young player that is no fear and just wants to get on the ball, just wants to get at a defender, just wants to be creative.
Any other positives? People said Barami was quite good.
Bajami in the first half, definitely, aye. I thought Bajami in the first half was good. I thought the game just petered out in general in the second half. But I think the main positive is Asgard and Igman being back in the squad. That's probably the biggest positive you're going to take.
He's meant to be a cracker, isn't he? Asgard.
Aye, well, for what we've heard, obviously, through the grapevine. But again, we just talked about the pressure playing for Rangers and Celtic, so you still don't know until you actually watch them.
Who thinks the best midfield?
Danilo.
Midfield?
We've seen him outside Eusebius, don't we?
Aye.
Rangers' best midfielder?
No, they're like the best three to play in there.
Again, you need to watch Asgard first, but you're hoping it's Raskin, Asgard and Diamande probably.
Was Rothwell passing forward a lot? In the clips, he was playing through the lines a lot more, passing forward a lot more.
I liked his interview as well. Did you see his interview after the game?
Never seen it.
So he basically said that, the question was kind of loosely asked that, you've been criticised with kind of passing for passing's sake, and he talks about what he said, that he's watched back his own clips in his own games, and he feels as if he's played a bit safe and within himself, and he says, I'm not like that as a player. So I said to myself today, as soon as I see it, I'm playing it, and he did.
Good at him, he was rapping it through the lines, wasn't he?
He was a lot. He was much more progressive than he's been anyway.
What else do they need for out the end of the window?
The probably is it the boy Makoma,
Makoma,
the left back. I don't know. It doesn't look like he's played a lot of senior games though. I think he was in loan in the Championship last season and getting maybe 12 games or so. I think he's played a lot though. I seen that Raskin could be leaving. I know that's been like rumours, but this is a French team like 30 million or something.
30 million?
Is this Delisle telling you?
No, I read it yesterday. Do you think Rangers? I've asked this a million times, but do you think Rangers can afford to let him go?
I think he's got 2 years left in his contract. And I think Rangers need to start doing properly with players that are with 2 years left in their contract. So they offer him a contract now. If he doesn't sign it, you're willing to sell him. So I think you always try and tie your best players down to long-term contracts, and then, like Celtic have done for years,
good players are leaving Rangers too easy, aren't they? When their contracts are up,
mate, for free transfers, most of the time.
They're not getting the proper money the way they should be.
But I tell you what, you can say it now he's left, right? Because I say this all the time, you never want to criticise individuals. You just want to give your honest opinion. I honestly can't believe Rangers get £6 million for Jeff.
I can't believe that.
Because he's clearly a boy that's got potential. He's technically good, he's athletic, but for me, he's never a left back. He's not got a defensive mindset within him, does he? He made the same mistakes all the time. So many goals for defending the back post. Like, I think it's brilliant business to sell him for £6 million. Then obviously hoping that the boy comes in.
Yeah, will he be a starter? The boy that's coming today.
They don't have a left back. Has to be.
Billy Rice played at the weekend, didn't he?
So I think it has to be.
And centre forward still.
I think they're desperate for
They've got to get one
forward. Desperate.
Everybody's looking for one, I know, isn't it?
Yeah.
What's the injury with him?
Well, they said he's touch and go for Tuesday, which I think's mad because watching it, I thought straight away
it looks bad, didn't it?
His knee's done. But again, like they're probably in a bit of limbo where they've got Danilo, Igaman, and Dessers. That with 3 guys on big wages. So, but Dessers and Igaman have been tipped to leaving for 2 months. So see the fact they're still in the building, it's probably restricted Rangers to go and get a striker.
Aye.
So whatever's happening with they two, it needs to get resolved for them to go and get one.
If Dessers is out, who would you play up front, Igaman or Danilo?
Igaman. All day long, man. All day long.
Danilo is frustrating, isn't he? One of the things that you see, what's the one thing that he's actually good at?
He's not particularly quick, he's no big, he's no strong, his goal record's not been great. I think he's a nice football player, his link up, he's quite tidy, but if you're going to win the league, you need to have a better striker than Celtic. And you criticise Celtic strikers,
I know.
Danilo's no better than the striker.
Is Danilo better than Idah?
No.
They questions
I don't
are
think so.
fucking
I don't think you can say that though, because
he fucks you up.
Idah still scored 20 goals last year.
Nah, you're right, actually. Club Brugge.
Wow. Hard.
What do you think?
Hard draw. I loved them at Celtic Park last year.
They were excellent.
They were good.
Weren't they?
Yep.
Proper possession.
Brilliant.
Their press was amazing. And if Russell Martin tries to play it, I think they'll press life at them, won't they?
Mm-hmm.
Well, do you think Russell, I know it's early on, but do you think Russell Martin will change that? If he sees a team pressing like they're obviously playing Celtic soon, they'll come and press. Do you think he's got it in him to change?
You said he has changed in Europe. He's went a wee bit more direct the last couple of games now.
He did in the second leg of the Pilsen game, but I actually think the way they play is more suited to a team coming to press them because he speaks about waiting to the last second to play the pass. So he actually wants strikers to press his defenders so they can split lines. So I actually think these are the games that suit, but they'll be a top team. They were like, I remember them at Celtic Park was 2 each winner. They were brilliant. They've sold 140 million worth of players in the last 2 seasons.
Amazing.
So as much as we talk about Rangers and Celtic being massive, and which they are obviously, 140 million they've sold in players. Just sold a boy to AC Milan for 40 million quid. They'll be good.
Right, Motherwell beat St Johnstone.
Yes, Andy boy.
St Johnstone.
Very good game by you.
Was it? Huh?
Very good game because I thought we were good and I thought they were good.
Both teams try to play. They try to play.
I'd say they were a wee bit more. They were a wee bit more direct than what
they were same against
last year, but
yeah.
I think they had to be. I thought last year they were maybe a wee bit too naive in how much they played when teams went to press them in certain areas of the pitch. So I thought they were more direct in a good way. They played when they played long when it was on to play long. They built when it was on to build. So I thought it was a really good game. They had a couple of good chances in the first half. I thought we were a lot better in the final third than we've been the last few games, but obviously still didn't score. And then you obviously get the goal in extra time. But it was a good game.
Mate, if it was 10 passes a goal, you should finish second every year.
Every year, aye.
Brilliant, isn't it?
I think you're going to be cracking this season. By the
game against Rangers, you were excellent.
Really good, aye. Really good. I don't even know if it's been announced. I think it is. We just signed Callum Hendry today, which I think will be a really good
Colin
signing.
Hendry's boy?
Aye.
Good player.
Because
he done really well. Done really well when he was up here. Done well at Salford. Got his move to MK Dons, where it's obviously
real handful, isn't he?
Is that something that he just religiously works on, Andy, or has it came off a wee bit in terms of playing it? Is it something you still do a lot of now, even? this far into the season?
Done loads in pre-season because the kind of phase of play that we've struggled with a wee bit more has been the final third. We've done more final third than actual build-up. But I think, you know what it's like, I think when you work on certain ways to play and you do it for 6, 7, 8 weeks, that's what I always say for managers. You've experienced it yourself. See, to be a manager, see if you go in as a manager at mid-season, it must be so hard.
It's tough.
Honestly.
Aye.
See, so you went
I've had
into...
2 pre-seasons when you're going in, and you're thankful for them at the time, but you can just think and then get in and try to change. Normally, when a wee bit different at Motherwell, the way the change happened, normally when you get into a club, it's because somebody's been sacked or they've been relegated or whatever. See, when he's doing all that, is it unopposed or is it...
No, everything we've kind of done so far has been opposed, except for the Friday. You'll do patterns of play that are unopposed, 2 years on a mannequin, whatever. But there's a few things he's done that's been really different for other managers that I've loved, to be fair. I don't know if he'll want me to tell me on that.
No, last week, didn't
I'll tell you off camera, but so I think in Britain we're so used to growing up, it's like passing possession, your games, like mini games. All of his sort of drills or games are all so related to your game at the weekend. So I said we played St Mirren the week before, and every phase we done started with a St Mirren direct goal kick, free kick, because that's what St Mirren do. And then again at the weekend, I'll not say exactly what it was, but a phase of play started in a certain area of the pitch. He wanted us to build a certain way and then attack a certain way. So if you imagine, I'm not going to do it right, but say that's your pitch, the actual pitch was mapped out where the pitch went like that. So it wasn't like a rectangular pitch, if that makes sense, but he wanted you to build there and he wanted you to finish there. Yeah. So the pitch was designed that way. I thought it was brilliant, to be fair, because
buy-in for that right away.
100%.
Just because it's good, the idea's good, and
definitely.
And the sessions.
You know what's amazing, Tom, mate? Because see, pre-season, if you watched them, Jazz, they were all over the fucking place, eh? And I genuinely think a Scottish, British manager would go, "This isn't fucking working. I'm going to eat you."
I've not got the players or that.
No, because it was like Clyde just were struggling against Peterhead.
Clyde and Peterhead. With
and he's just fucking stuck with it, got better at it. That's what coaching is, isn't it?
Aye.
It's not just going the first time it fucking doesn't go right. Oh no, we can't do that anymore. Look at the rewards they're getting for it. Brilliant to see.
Jazz, did you take all the coaching when you Dunfermline? Would you take it all? Would be your coaches?
Most of it hard, but Dave done quite a lot. But probably most. We only really had 2 at Dunfermline. It was just me and Dave. Obviously, you had your physio and your sports scientist and all that stuff. So, most of the Thursday, Friday stuff, we'd get into that. He'd maybe take, for working on Falkirk, for example, he'd be taking what Falkirk were doing to play out. I'd be saying how we were going to press him or whatever. We'd chop and change it and then into different stuff like that. But predominantly most of the stuff.
Is there anything looking back that you would do differently, Jazz, in your next job?
Loads. They're always, I think, when you go over and look at everything you've done, and I go at rang at Dunfermline, I think, where I went in and I probably believed when they says to me, look, we're just there's no pressure. It was weird because when I first went in there, now, I'd never been to Dunfermline apart from playing against them, but we all know that they're a decent sized club, and no disrespect to League One, but shouldn't they be in that league when you're getting 7,000 or 8,000 at games? You shouldn't be in that league, but it was kind of just go in and get the place going. We want to play younger players. We got to sign like Kyle Benedictus come in. We got a couple. We had the goal, Dennis Mehmet was experienced, but it was kind of just go in and just get the place going. And still something that probably I should have nipped at the time that I never was, just finishing the playoffs. And in League One now, you're just new to a job. The board are saying again, the German board are saying that, and it probably looking at it in a way it's to take a bit of pressure off of us as well. Falkirk were in the league, Airdrie were good in the league at that point. It was a decent league. You thought about what would you change? I probably had to nip it at the time and say, no, that's not what we're wanting to do. We won the league, but then the next year it was just avoid relegation. But even at that point at Dundee, we were still saying, no, we need to get out of this league, and that was the pressure coming for us for above, whether it be the chairman, Gordon, whoever. We had to get out of that league. But at Dunfermline, it was kind of right or wrong for their point. I don't think we had the budget, and they probably knew they weren't wanting to put the finances in to maybe get us to that. So that's maybe where they were coming from. But still, I think we talk about should you have done so, I should have nipped that and says no. And then maybe with that, you put a wee bit more pressure on them early to get more players in, to get the players you want. I done it too late. I done it last summer in the League Cup when Livingston beat us, or they beat us in the League Cup, then beat us the following week, and I come out and had a go saying we can't compete with Rafe, we can't compete with who had signed players that we were looking for, and even then they weren't too critical of it. It was just kind of like, we need to be careful what we're saying in the press. Well, normally if you go out and have a go and say we're not getting this, we're getting that, you're a wee bit wary going in on the Monday thinking, because it took off a wee bit, but probably that, where the expectation, and probably got a clearer picture of what they wanted. It was kind of just go in. I was gratefully getting back in. I had just come out of Dundee and had 2 months or whatever, and it was getting in and it was just finishing the playoffs, but that's not good enough for Dunfermline in League One or the Championship.
Proper good fan base, innit?
Brilliant.
I love Dunfermline playing there.
Like some of the games we had in League One, like Falkirk coming, it was incredible. Rafe coming as well, and you want to see them back in the Premiership. And even the fact they can get Lenny in, and I think their season tickets are great this year, but it's been too long in the time they had in the Premiership. The last time they were only a couple of years. They need to get themselves in the Premiership and sustain that for a long period of time, because the fans will come. It's now a city, it's big, it's weird. It's one of the places where you go and they all support Dunfermline. I know you go everywhere in Scotland and you get Celtic fans, Rangers fans or whatever, but up there there will be obviously Celtic and Rangers fans, but everybody's just desperate for the club to do well, and when somebody gets it going, it could be a good club.
So has he set you an expectation
No,
he's going to finish or that? No?
None.
Just every game as it comes?
Which again, I've had managers that they set many targets, 6-game targets, whatever, and some that don't. But see, at the end of the day, see if you take care of your result that's coming up that weekend, then you'll finish where you want to finish, aren't you? And said at the start of the season, I think it's going to be really difficult for any kind of club with that sort of big 4-5 to finish in the top 6. So focus on what you're doing at the weekend, you'll be fine.
What would you do?
Set targets?
No.
You don't?
No. Well, we set my target at the start of the season.
Here's what I'll not name the club. I've heard that a club, so this is a brilliant target. I think if you're a player, if the team scores for a set piece that weekend and wins, they get the Monday off. What do you think of that?
I just like, what, is that a reward being off?
I tell you what, fucking if you score for a set piece and win, that's what he puts to the players. If you win and we score for a set piece, you get Monday off.
Who's that then?
I have no say.
Mr. Martin.
No say about it.
Halliday Blast, Martindale. Do you like that as a player, setting targets for the quarter or not? When you hit a certain number of points, I hated it. See, as soon as you lost 2 games, I know. Fucked for that.
I think you're just better looking at the game that is coming up.
What was his 6-game target?
6 games, and he used to do goal difference as well.
Did he?
Because he was similar to if you were 2-0 up in the game, we're not got to the corner, we've got to score the third. So he wanted a plus something goal difference.
Did you have an input in that? Did you? Can you remember John Robertson at Livi? No, would you maybe been too young? Where you'd to sit down and you'd every day to go up and write how many goals you would score and how many points, or where would be after that quarter, how many assists you're going to get. And
would he stand up and go Jazz, we've got Celtic away, do you think we could get 3 points here?
I think we'd have been in league, whatever it was called, in the Championship now, but no, it was like that, and I've had that as well, where they're saying, right, we've got 10 games to go, what games are we winning?
But that is the thing.
Hopefully the next one.
Realistically, you can't really do it if you're a certain club, because it's like you say, you're going to Celtic Park, you're going to put down, you're going to get 3 points, so we're getting 12 points this target.
Danny Wilson done it with us at Swindon when we were struggling in the first game with Southampton away. He's like, "Giant, we could win this," and everyone was like, definitely. He went, "Nah, come on lads, Giant, we could win this." The manager, mate, he's like, "Beat in this, we're going to get beaten that one, aren't we?" Just straight away got up, we're fucked.
See nowadays, you were saying there about possession. See, when I grew up with Motherwell and Celtic and stuff, it was always possession and small-sided games. See nowadays, can you be a manager? Can you do that in training every day, or does it now need to be what you were saying, more specific in how you're going to play? A possession needs to be in your shape. Do players now look? With players may look at they want that now.
I think
just possession.
It's a balance in it, because I think we're all competitors. You still want competition, so you still want to play small-sided games. You still want a possession where there's points, there's targets. But I just think the game is just so different now. It is much more focused on tactics. Like you're talking about back in the Livi days, it was literally put the squad up at half-1 and go out and play. That's your shape, go and win the game. Do you know what I mean? That you would never see that at any club now. It's how you play, your style of play in that position is so important. So again, you've got 5 days during the week to work on it. So I think you need to work on it. You need to do phases of play, certain patterns that is going to be winning the game. But for me, I think there's got to be a balance. I played under a manager as well that was all tactical, and I didn't like it. and I love that side of the game, but you can
Needs
come
to be
off
a
the training
balance,
pitch when you sweat.
Yeah.
I've not worked hard today. Like, you want that, you want to be competitive, don't you? You want that.
Remember that big possession box where there'd be men on the outside and it was 10 passes a go and somebody on the inside would just pass it 10 times to the guy on the outside. You'd be like, what the fuck's the point in this? Like, how's that?
There's so many drills that
you could change to make it.
But I even
relevant
think
to
about
your
that, I've done
style.
in football and I think, what the fuck's that, man? Like, it's just, again, no purpose to it at all.
Obviously, you're a bit older now as well, and you've seen different, man. Do you not think players now need it? Like, if you're coming in and I think something happens in a game and I just think characters are different, where you would walk in and say, I was shite or whatever, but or that was my fault.
That was every week.
No, I knew you were going to say that as soon as I said that. But a player will come in now and it'll be more, well, it's an excuse if you've not went out something during the week, so if something happens, talk about set play. Maybe set plays are a wee bit different because they've always been there. But just something in it, if you've not went out it, and I was always conscious of that, maybe with younger players. And against certain teams like a Falkirk or whatever, when they done, you had to have everything that we drilled at. Like, there were no kind of
grey areas.
and gone away for. Obviously things happen when the game comes because it doesn't work out that way, but I just feel now there's an excuse that if you've not went out it, it was different for when we were playing it, and maybe it was because of the lack of knowledge we got at certain points where it was just warm-up boxes, games, whatever. But were they better or was it easier back then? I don't know. What's the day?
Accountability.
Maybe a bit too far out there.
You need, and as a coach,
they need every last detail now, mate, don't they?
Or they've got an excuse.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Again, I'm maybe sounding harsh on players, but they never come in and say that. But you'd see them in their wee groups and say, we never really went over that. Well, just fucking do your job, and you shouldn't have needed to went over that. But it's like every wee detail.
I had a manager that changed the shape 5 times in a game and would never worked on one of the fucking shapes.
Robbie Nielsen.
So you're just guessing, like, he's the full-back's maybe going high and the centre-back's fucking dropping off and there's big massive gaps, but it was never even spoken about, was it? You just had, like you said, think for yourself on the pitch, I would need to cover that area because he's went so high, but there was no instruction in. You would change shape constantly. Whereas now when you're in a shape, mate, like you work on that shape the full week, don't you? And if we're going to change to this shape, this is what we're going to do in certain areas of the game.
What do you do? Like, if you
never change shape, mate. Unless
if you've got a tactical day, and is it still?
So Tuesday will be high intensity, Thursday will be tactical.
Right.
We've only got them 2 nights a week, but even at that, mate, like we need to constantly repeat the same things that we were repeating in pre-season. See, because we've not got them 5 days. See, if you didn't do it one Tuesday or one Thursday, completely goes out their head, mate. Which is fair enough because they've got a lot going on in their lives and they're working that as well. So it's so repetitive.
We stay video and stuff on a Saturday.
Video Tuesday on our game for the Saturday, and then video Thursday on the opposition.
Do you take it?
Me and Mick we mix it up.
Did you do a lot of video, Jazz? I mean,
aye, but again, that going back, asking what I would have changed at Dunfermline, I'd have got an analyst, even though we.
Aye. Did you not have one?
No.
That would be the same clip.
I was asked messaging you for certain games in the League Cup or whatever, and that was tough because we had a brilliant one at Dundee, and then you're going into that again. You accept it maybe at the time because you're in League One and you're thinking maybe financial, but it was just never something that was a priority there, even though they've got it now with the new owner coming in, but stuff like that.
Remember Dundee, Hartley had the big screen up in the changing room. And
you put the porn on?
Porno.
His face. Did Hartley come in and see it?
It was at Jim Thompson that somebody come in. They were keen Andy could walk in here, like, you could get reported. Who the fuck's going to walk into the dressing room?
And report porn.
Somebody for the street.
Is that why it's been shut down now? That's why we need to log in, mate.
His face when he clicked on it, he was fucking scrambling, wasn't he?
Oh, they were fuming, weren't they?
That was brilliant, man. see all the things that, like, obviously criticise, obviously football.
I wasn't even playing as well, mate.
Was he you?
I think it was me and Benny, I think.
Actually, you walk as a manager being serious as well.
Sorry.
I think analysis, there's so many things in football, modern day football, I think there's no need for, but I think analysis is massive in football.
Well, what I was finding as well, and probably about highlights that, we take players, like Josh Edwards, the boy that went to Charlton, he'd be in every Monday. Like, I think players now, if they've been brought up maybe in academies or whatever, and they're doing it for a young age, and he'd be coming to the door and saying, a lot of them, can we go our clips? And we'd be saying, like, you come back at after 2, we get training out the road and get time to clip it, and you're thinking, what are the players thinking when they're walking out? We should be able to say, come in, spend however long you want, everything's clipped. They've probably, in an ideal world, what you've probably got, you've seen them before they're even coming in. They've watched their clips. There's then a bit of back and forth, what went right, what was wrong, and it's thinking back and again going back, it's criminal that we never had one.
Because Scotty Arfield and John McGlynn's can last for fucking...
Aye.
And the boys going for shites in that journey.
Aye.
Like literally getting, because it's in the changing room, so boys are going in for pisses and coming back out because it lasts that long. But again, look how well they've done it. So
You watch his team and just how well they play that system, and talk about when he makes changes, and it doesn't really veer too much for what their principles are. And is it all down to that? No, he's a top coach, but it's a lot it's down to what he does on the training.
Scotty did say there's a lot of his porn that goes up as well, so maybe that's got a big part.
Definitely would be.
John just said
The cap on the glasses. Steaming up.
What a link for Be Inspired. Quick sector sponsor Be Inspired. New football season, so it's time to level up and get some new gear. Be Inspired is built by footballers as well, worn by you. Proper streetwear that looks sharp and feels class. From fresh tees and cargos to overshirts and jackets, trust me, you're going to want the full wardrobe.
Well, Andy Boy's got the t-shirt on today, and it's
would
you gaze if we stand up?
Of course I will.
I'm really loving the style of the new,
I like
mate.
the back.
Really good.
Right at back.
We walking it. Oh, look at that. Wouldn't mind taking it off, yeah. Wouldn't mind getting
my
the
best
t-shirt
angle
off,
that
yeah.
side. And because you're part
Russell
of
Martin,
the
we're sending you one as an apology.
and because you're part of the Open Goal team, we've got you sorted. Use the code GOAL at checkout for 10% off your first order. That's GOAL at beinspiredclothing.com.
Imagine Rangers fans if you were Be Inspired on the side of the touchline.
Who manager wears Be Inspired the side?
Does he?
Swear to God.
I know why, the guy who's in
The chairman, aye.
Cargos, is it? He doesn't wear cargos.
No, it was a Be Inspired t-shirt with suit trousers.
What is it? Huh?
Aye.
Serious, isn't he?
Oh, he's a serious guy, mate.
Scary, mate.
Is he scary? Can he go?
He's not
Has not really had to,
no lost yet, but he's intense, aye.
He's not Guinness enough for the anti, no? I think
No,
that's
he's
it.
mere dirt, mate.
I think so.
No wonder, but
I'll keep it in a locket.
took off last week for a minute. Negative about Rangers. He's watching me. He's dead.
Right, Hibs flying.
Just amazing, mate.
First, let's talk about the result in Europe. Incredible result for your old team, Jazzy, wasn't it?
I think they've been great. Like, outstanding. The goal. Kieran Bowie's goal.
He's going to
That's
the
a joke,
top,
innit?
isn't it? He is going to the
They
top.
need to keep him. That'll be... Like, you talk about teams wanting players in, I bet you that's what's in David Gray's head at the minute, is we just need to keep him. I know that maybe sounds a bit unrealistic, but I just think when he's fit and when he's at it, like, he's already moved before, didn't quite work out a lot of it down to injury, but he's a monster.
Did you take him Celtic Rangers?
I think so. Like, I've no sat and watched him loads, but like, we've seen a player in Lennon Miller that you have been talking about, and I've seen as well, but you hear Andy talking about him for the last year and you're thinking, why? There's maybe reasons behind it, budget-wise or whatever, but when we've got good Scottish players, we want them at the better clubs, or the top clubs. Now, the Hibs fans will be going mad, he's at that, but I don't see why he couldn't play at Celtic or Rangers.
He's got everything to it. If
Aye.
you can run him behind, you
mate.
can link the
You
plays.
just need to keep him fit and give him if he stays away from injury and gets that run of games, he's a top talent. He was like that as a kid as well.
Says a lot about Hibs, innit? The fact that Livingston's such a hard away place to
6
go and make
changes.
6 changes and they go and win quite comfortably. And again, Josh Mulligan.
What a goal.
What a strike.
What a shout that
Gareth
was.
Bale.
When was that? 3-4 years ago you said that, mate?
Gareth Bale.
Was that at Peterhead?
Peterhead,
What a shout,
What a
mate.
strike.
Incredible. He's another one, I think he'll go to the top.
Aye.
But
I think that move will suit him as well. He's went there and I think he'll move again. He'll go and get the games. He's playing. Like, they're selling the place out as well. Like, so he's getting that wee step for Dundee. I'm not comparing them, and before something happens with what Andy, although I'm not as big a name to make the back of the papers, but like the way McGinn done it, John McGinn going for a St Mirren to a Hibs and just kind of taking off. Now I'm not saying, I'll repeat that Josh Mulligan will get and go and play and captain a team in the Premiership and score goals and make all the caps for Scotland, but I just see that similarity. But the way he plays, the power, the big arse that the two of them have got, great move for him, great goal. He doesn't score too many of them. But even the goal in midweek, he sets that up with just the power running into the box and cutting it back.
What, was he a young boy at Dundee when you were
I
at
had him when he was 14, in the kind of youth team, the three of them, Lyle Cameron, Finn Robertson, the three of them in the one team. Obviously Lyle's went to Rangers.
It was you that gave us him at Peterhead, didn't you? You gave us Lyle
Aye.
and
Josh, aye.
and did you see both of them going to do what they've done?
Aye, like going and playing and having careers. Like I think Lyle can do well at Rangers. I think he affects games. Like he's assists, he scores goals. We've seen that the other. And I think if he gets in and gets a run, but ultimately Rangers need to get their act together and start winning games for whoever's in the team to play. So if he gets that wee bit of fortune and stays in, I think he could be really good in there. Josh is different, like for Lyle and Finn, and like, where he was a bit of a throwback, you'd have seen that. Like, he just gets the ball, he runs with it. Technically, he's no what you see for an academy player now, where they can take the ball in the half turn, they can give and go and all that wee stuff. He was a man at 14, 15, where he would smash into people, he would just run by people, and he had that. So he was different, and that's why I think that move will suit him. Just going away for Dundee, up his level a wee bit, playing with probably better players and in more pressured environment before his next step. But you could see him going and having a career. Like
I've had a shocker.
How?
The Hearts third shit. I think Hibs are a better team than Hearts, aren't they?
The squad he's
Think
built.
so?
What I've seen so far.
I still think
Hearts just score corners, mate.
Exactly.
The squad he's built is brilliant, mate.
Yeah.
Agree.
And the striker came in and looked very good, didn't he?
Aye. Mate, that's what we're saying. I know you're saying 6 changes, but it was like 6 of Hibs' best players they took out and still putting that performance in. I think they're going to have a right special season. I really do. He's building something special, but on that, I agree, for Bowie and Hibs, it'd probably be, if I was Celtic and Rangers right now, I'm going for him right now, before the window shuts.
Again, I need to ask you the question, would you play him ahead of Idah?
Yes.
Yeah,
That goal's incredible, isn't it, man?
It's incredible, mate. It really is.
Even just the instinct to hit that
Aye.
is, I mean, especially with the players of 4 years, well, we're no shooting for there. And the thought that as soon as that dropped and I'm having a dig here is incredible. And as soon as it went in, I was sitting watching like that. Wow, couldn't believe it. Staying on the phone, texting in the group chat. Anybody seen that goal?
Even wee Boyley's reaction, like wee Boyley's like it
I
was
know.
on the pitch, like as if what's just happened.
Because they weren't a bad side.
Aye.
They were good.
They were good, mate.
I actually thought they were better at Easter Road than they were
They were really good.
in the first leg. Even when Hibs went down to 10 men, you then think Hibs are going to see out the game and maybe go and score another goal. Partizan kind of up their level a wee bit and they were good. And it was a brilliant game.
You see Hibs winning a cup this year?
Aye.
It'd be amazing for David Gray if he won it as a Scottish Cup as a player and a manager, wouldn't it?
I mean, they can obviously still do it, but they're probably looking at a draw last night thinking, get a home tie, take anyone at home or take somebody, but then they then get Ibrox. It's no the ideal draw, is it? But obviously Scottish Cup, I'd say that I think Hearts will win a cup. Obviously they're out now, but I wouldn't surprise me if Hibs or Hearts win a cup this year.
Honestly, mate, what a job he's done.
That is.
It really is incredible.
You think he started? Even like the form for last year, just continued.
But
And
see,
they
that
look like
game-
they're better this year, don't they?
Mate, I don't think early years, that game they got extra time on Thursday. Then he comes to play a game, as you said at the start, playing against a team like Livingston. Usually you would see Hibs or most teams that's playing in Europe get beat that game. But they go, as Freddie said, but what a job he's doing. It really is.
You tight with that, Dave? Yeah.
No, I spoke to him a fair bit, more so when I was kind of the Dunfermline manager. Type of league.
Why would you speak to him then?
We used to go through and play them, like in bounce games or even reserve games. It was probably one of the times was in that run where they were, it was when the goalkeepers were changing all the time, remember? Or when the
It's gonna
goalie...
be a fucking another one soon, huh?
Get that right, and what a team there, aye. No, but I think the club deserve a bit of credit as well. Like,
Sticking by him.
aye. When obviously he gets that wee bit more time because of what he done as a player, like being the first captain in all the years, but that quickly goes and it was getting to the point and he was under pressure, but the club showed a bit of bottle to stick by him and they've reaped the rewards of that. Like, to go out, is it 1.1, 1.2 million they're buying strikers for now as well. And you say, their budget's huge, but they're selling their stadium out. I know it's European games, but their away fans are travelling everywhere. So the money that he's been able to bring in as well, just through the good form, the runs that he's been on, and obviously their budget is good, but everybody's budget's increasing as well. So I think that gets flung a lot at them, or they can do this and do that now, but so's Hearts, so's Aberdeen, obviously Celtic and Rangers are above that. So I think when it comes down to it, the job he's done on a level playing field for going on their runs is incredible. Like
The recruitment has been exceptional, hasn't it?
Aye. And signing players that are suiting the style that he's playing, the system he's playing. Do you think that Bowie's goal's better than the boy Brannan's the week before?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah,
It's the occasion and that as well.
I know that the occasion is the one. Brannan's
player,
a harder technical goal for me. Straight on the volley for 40 yards in the air.
Because your dad could hit a goal that Bowie's hitting it. Anyone could. If you hit it flush, it's. I mean, anyone could though, couldn't they? Do you know what I mean? Your dad just fucks a ball and you're like, fucking hell, you can kick your ball far.
What a goal, aye.
New Legia Warsaw.
Wow.
Do you know that, Andy?
I don't think that... I'd be lying if I says I know what Legia Warsaw like to know, but I think in terms of a club, they're not any bigger than what Partizan Belgrade are. So, again, if they can get the two performance levels that it did,
can I just
it's
say
over in Poland, I think.
He knows quite a lot of Polish women, so you obviously you know quite a lot of Polish women. They're around about your area and
Easter Road.
So she tells you a bit about the Polish team.
Wait a minute here.
You get a lot of Polish kids coaching and their mums, you know.
Si. No. I don't know anything about the Polish woman or the Polish game, but it'll be. I know that Liga Warsaw, of course, there'll be a good side.
I told you it's the best atmosphere I've ever played in. Liga Warsaw.
There you go. It'll be a tough one.
You say that about their living rooms as well. Quite a good atmosphere.
Are you really want to fucking go there? There's a fucking interesting walk down here today.
That was the worst. My heart's still pounding for that.
Oh God,
What was that?
I'll fucking say that.
Wait till I tell you this after the podcast, it's just happened. Holy fuck.
Still sweating.
Nah, that was strange.
I think they can. I think they can get through.
You've obviously played in one of the great Hibs games.
Cheers.
I've stitched you up there, man.
But Mama were brilliant, weren't they?
Aye. Aye, I'm superb.
Who was the manager this time? Pat Fenlon.
Aye.
Pat,
you know what, we were no unlucky, but we'd done alright out there. First leg was in Sweden, we lost 2-0. I think we had a couple of chances to score. And that was just a freak game, the one at Easter Road. The goalie, who was normally really good, Ben Williams, just had one of their nights. I was quite, again, it sounds bad, I was quite lucky. I went off after about 10 minutes, usual. Injured, so I kind of watched the game for the stand, but that was a...
Was it 7-0?
Aye.
I don't even remember that.
Nah.
Did Tomo play? Your Tomo played?
Tomo played,
I
aye.
watching it,
Aye, Tomo played.
That's right. Is it harder watching it, huh?
Aye, but, probably no, than being on it when the 6 and 7s get in. It was easier watching it. But the strange thing, we actually fought getting them back to Easter Road. It was only 2-0. We had a chance. We were all right in Sweden. In the game, I remember, was it Rowan Vine? I think he hit the post. So we felt confident bringing them back to Easter Road. That quickly went downhill.
What is it so hard with these games? Are these, we speak about it, Andy spoke about, are these teams better than what people think?
Well, I think the next year they put Rangers out, or they beat Rangers in the Champions League the following year, but I think they were, if I can remember right, there were 17 or 18 games into the league, so that they're fit, or match fit, they were at it. Is that an excuse for the way we perform now? And we've seen Scottish teams or whatever doing well, but then it goes back, we've also seen certain teams struggle against the Irish teams when it comes to Europe, just because Motherwell, who was it, they lost to Derry or some Sligo years ago. Like teams that are they're mid-season, that makes it tough, but no, it should never have been that. But I wouldn't say that would have been the gulf in between.
Was that your biggest, what was it, 9 on aggregate? Was that the biggest defeat you've had?
Aye, on aggregate, aye.
Were you playing when we got spanked at Tannadice?
Aye.
I was in the stand.
I've been beat 6-2 after him as a player and a manager.
United, haven't
Aye.
I remember the player one was at
Big shanking goals, mate.
Greg Stewart scores for
Aye, he made it one each.
GMS.
Free kick. That was New Year's Day or the 2nd or something.
I'll never forget the next day Zico was hiding. They're the owners. He thought he was getting sacked, remember? I was so bad.
What team is he?
Hiding in his office. Didn't come to training.
Behind the porn.
Watching the porn.
A can of coke for you.
I heard that last week. Why you sharing a can of coke, the two of you?
I can't remember that.
Bizarre,
Fuck,
innit?
But the surprises.
You would have been that neat in the Chinese, though.
Mate, he always wanted to just speak to me about random shit. Never a fit boy. I was so far gone, mate, honestly.
Do you know think...
I think you talk shite, you weren't it? Like, you say that, I hear it every time somebody's on that played with Dundee or Dundee comes up, you're going, I was hopeless. You weren't it?
Mate, I ran up and down the stairs at Dens every day.
I know.
That's all I had to do to get fit. And I would just sit at the top end of the
bungee
stair.
on?
Because you couldn't see for it.
With your bungee on, remember that?
The bungees.
Remember
that was a farce, innit?
that might have been that game when we were 4-0 down at Celtic Park and we were getting 5 minutes out early on the bungees and Gowser just goes off.
He goes nuts.
It was mental. How we fucked, they were no going out. Like, the place just, it was like, you're sitting, you're 4-0 down, he's
Mate, you're
gone
clipping
mad.
on your bungee rope on the side of the fucking supporter's seat.
Aye. They're all shouting at us.
Doing bungees like that, you're 4 down. This is what's going to get us back.
That was bizarre, wasn't it?
Oh, bizarre, mate. Fucking bizarre. We didn't do the bungees. No, we changed the fucking bungees.
So this was going out for the second half.
Aye, that wasn't Paul, that was the physio.
How was
Aye,
the fitness coach?
every half time we had to go up with, like, they tie the bungees to either a fence or a seat. Or,
Even the noise of the things gave me the fear, mate. The wee clank of the
that was, mate, that was...
clipping your bungee in at Celtic Park, mate.
That's fucking...
Four
See,
down.
why did we, like, when you think back, we can all sit and, why did we not just say no? Like,
Pussies.
we're not, like,
I was fucking... I was hopeless, mate. I was doing whatever I was fucking told.
I know, but, like...
Did you have a mullet?
The mullet, I had a fat, as fat and I had a mullet. Celtic Park doing a bungee, mate.
4-0 down.
Celtic players are actually coming out laughing at us, mate.
Mate, that's mad. I need a clip of that. Jink,
I wonder if there is a
we
clip.
get a clip somewhere.
Aye, there will be.
Mate, see the warm-up at Dundee, it was the hardest. I remember being in the warm-up, like, I'm fucked. Remember how hard the warm-up was before a game, mate? Fucking sweating your panning, mate. Your big fat mullet stuck to your head.
So is it the bungee where, say you wear it and you strap it to somebody in front of you? And
I like that, but they were strapping it to the fence
To
instead.
the fences at the Celtic Park. At the side, you know the side bit, and there's somebody in the front row, and while he's sitting in his pie, I'm strapping my bungee and thinking, I'd much rather be sitting there eating that fucking pie and you come and do that.
Was he not as bad as he's making it?
No.
Oh, it's
but
bad.
no, he's
So there was
proper-
some games, I remember I
Shite.
came on against Inverness, with 3-1 up, and I had a fucking...
What was the score at the end up?
I think they beat us 4-3.
Did they?
I came on at Aberdeen, we were 3 up with mate, literally 7 minutes to go, and I was like buzzing 600 quid win bonus. 3-2, 3-3, and then I hadn't touched the remember that?
I didn't play that day.
Oh,
that
my
when
God.
Jeeves
There's
scored,
so many of them,
Gaz
mate, when I
scored.
came on and we were winning and I fucked it. Jeeves and Greg, I think.
Greg.
Fucking hell, man.
That was a
Nah,
wild.
he wasn't that bad. He
No.
talks shite.
You used to have a good team though, That Dundee team was a good
Good
team.
players there, mate, aye.
We put the diamond, remember? Just fucked us into a diamond. Right, a diamond I started that season.
Fullbacks get bungees on.
Phil,
Who's the midfield for there? Tomo?
me, Tomo,
Gouser.
Gouser and Jeeves.
Aye.
Wow.
Remember Tomo and Jeeves, he argued at St Mirren.
Aye.
It's one of the best. I've never heard of such a personal argument in football, innit?
Oh, is
Well,
it?
we were not winning, to.
We won 2-1.
Aye.
And they were fucking carrying each other.
Were they?
What was it, a cut heat? It was somebody. that was
Remember
son-
Paul McGinn tackled John McGinn and picked him up,
Aye.
helped him up, and Paul Hartley was going off his tit.
Was he?
They were counter-attacking us, and he's like, that's his brother, you alright? That's all he spoke about after the game, wasn't it? Amazing. Right, Dundee United. I actually feel so sorry for Dundee United.
Heartbreaking.
Even the performance at the weekend, Hearts the same, like, playing in Europe during the week and then going in at these fixtures and just missing out. It must be so difficult for managers like Jim Goodwin with that fixture schedule, eh?
Yeah, but the flips, look at Hibs as well. Like, we're just talking about
Hibs have
them.
probably got a better squad than Dundee
Aye.
United, told Jazz, innit?
Aye, they have. In terms of numbers, they'll probably get more numbers as well. But they were unlucky. Like, I think the Joe P's done's incredible as well. To think back, just there a year ago, they were no struggling to go to the Championship. I think they were always going to get, I know Rafe Rovers that season were really good. And it was that year, wasn't it? Aye. And they get over the line with 2 or 3 games to go, but just to see what they've done, he's obviously went down with them, come back up and then gets them into Europe. They'll be disappointed just on the nature of it, like being so tight, but I think the job he's done is incredible.
Good to see that young boy scoring, young Scottish boy 18.
Brilliant on Sturton.
Amazing.
He's a good player.
Seen it on
Is it
shows
just
last year,
aye?
it was good, wasn't it? Fair play to Jim again, putting him in that.
Oh, brilliant, mate, aye.
But again, this is where it's good for young Scottish players with the schedule. They will need to be used a lot more as well, won't they?
I did want them to go through though, man. Like, regardless of allegiances to
Aye,
his
you
squad, I
want them all
wanted
to
Hibs
go
and
through,
Dundee
aye.
to go through on Thursday, but I was watching the Hibs game just following the Dundee United result, and when it went to penalties, man, it was gutted they went out.
Killie will be alright, I think, under Kettlewell as well. Eh?
I think they're going to finish top 6.
Do you?
Aye.
You've changed your mind every week on who's
I
finishing
know.
top 6.
Why do you think that, if I did mind is asking?
I don't know, I've just got a wee feeling for them, mate. I think he's built a right good side there.
So what is your top 5, just like what everyone else thinks? Hibs, Hearts,
Celtic,
Aberdeen,
Rangers,
Celtic,
Hibs, Hearts.
You think Killie will finish above Dundee United, huh?
St Mirren.
No, I don't think Killie will finish top 6. I think it'll be Aberdeen, St Mirren.
Right, so it's changed again. I said every week, it's changed 5 minutes.
Where do you think Killie will finish?
7.
Where's Motherwell gone?
Oh, fuck Motherwell as well, mate. It's going to be a brilliant top 6 this year,
So
innit?
Killie 7th?
I don't know, but that'll be right good now, mate. It really
Kelly's
will.
down to 10th. Where's Kelly? Where's Kelly now?
You actually forget how strong the league is this year. Innit?
I don't forget now.
Well, I'm fucking just having a conversation with the boys.
Right, time for a shout out SPK, who are now partnering with us on keeping the ball on the ground as well as writing the coupon this season. For those of you who don't know, SPK, they're a better brand without the what, Andrew?
Bullshit.
Swearing on podcast now as well.
Yeah.
I'll be a headline about that.
Star swears on podcast.
Says Russell Martin's bullshit.
No casino, no roulette wheels, just sports betting for sports fans and some of the best odds around, Paul.
Andy boy, take it away.
To celebrate the return of the football season, they're offering a free bet builder every weekend in August, so check out the link in the bio for more information. T&Cs do apply. 18 plus, please gamble responsibly.
Right, boys, on to Celtic. So you were there Friday night.
Yeah.
First time you've seen Celtic this season?
Huh?
What did you make of them, mate? What did you make of the game as a
Quite
whole?
comfortable, wasn't it? I'm worried for Falkirk after seeing it.
Are you?
Mm.
Oh, you can't
six
judge them at Celtic.
No, I know, but it's just...
They said top 6.
I did say top 6, another terrible shout, but I think they'll be anywhere near that.
But what about on for a Celtic point of view, how do you think they looked?
Alright. That was quite easy for them. I thought McKeown was really good.
Mm-hmm.
Still back up my Engels thing, mate. Not enough for me. People say he done well because his deliveries, but
Set
in
pieces, I bet in general play.
general play doesn't do enough. I thought McKeown was really good. Tierney was good after. Thought he had quite a slow start. I was a wee bit worried about him. I messaged him saying Falkirk hit him on the break a couple of times as well. Falkirk looked good on the break, but put a lot of crosses in the box, Celtic.
Aye.
Do you know how it's usually that 8 run that they would play and the ball goes across the others? Put a lot of crosses in for deep. I don't know if that's because Tierney's in the team now. But I thought him and Idah linked up well. Thought on the other side, Forrest and Johnson linked up well. But they need a centre forward, don't they?
Aye,
I
massive.
thought Kenny ran about a lot, but I think they need a proper centre forward.
Again, I didn't watch the full game, you were obviously there, but for what I watched, look, McKeown's...
Very good, mate.
I can understand why it's so hard for him to break into the team because it's an area of the pitch where Celtic are so strong, but I feel as if he's never let Celtic down when he's played.
I think he's now ahead of Engels and
so
Bernardo. I think he's the next ones. I would say it's the Nygren, Hitati, McGregor, the three now, just with the start that Nygren is made. But I would say if there's McKeown's the first one to come in there now.
So if one of them were injured for this midweek, would
I'd
look
put
play?
McKeown in, mate. I don't know just if Rodgers would put him in.
But you'd put him in there.
I think based on what I've watched with Celtic for last season and this season, I think I'd put
But do you know what? He just gives you much more than Engels as well. See, just enthusiasm.
Mate, I was just about to say, I think he plays as if like he's desperate to get the jersey. Do you know what I mean? Like he plays as if he wants to make an impact every time he comes on the pitch or starts a game.
He always does make an impact.
He does, he does.
Something that happens when he comes on. Like I'd love to see him get a chance and go and play. Like again, like we were talking about wee Lyle earlier, but get a run of games where he's in the team for 6, 7, 8 games, and then we could sit and judge it for there. But I think he's done brilliant.
It's the first time I've seen the boy Yamada. I didn't think he was great. No.
I didn't do much today at all.
No. But again,
They're
it's a camera
desperate
for
to
bench.
centre forward, don't they?
Centre
I
forward.
agree. See watching. I know they said they linked up, but I think Idah needs to play through the middle.
And again, it doesn't change the narrative. Like Celtic then need to go and sign 2 wingers, but I think he's just got every attribute to be a striker. And again, he's brilliant on the left and all. So it's more the fact that because Celtic need a number 9 right now, for me, it's a no-brainer to play there.
See, his Motherwell, where would you prefer him to play? Like obviously playing against
him.
him.
As far away from centre mid as possible, but again, I think Celtic, when they're at their best, I actually think it's for an opposition team. I think it's how hard it is when you get the ball, how quickly they press you off the ball. So that's another reason why I think Idah plays through the middle, because he's just a trigger for every time Celtic lose the ball to go and get it back. And you know what it's like? You've got a striker that runs that much to get the ball. It's so infectious to the full team. Everybody else just follows it and goes. But I think you take that away from him a wee bit when he's on the left. I know he still plays.
You limit him a wee bit, don't you?
100%. And then again, when he plays style, look at his goal record last year when he played up front.
He'd be a nightmare to play against.
Oh my
Like,
God.
as a centre back.
Where would you play him as a manager, Jess?
I think I agree with Andy. Centre forward, I think, just for what he gives you. Like he brings the goals, but it's all the other stuff, like particularly at home when he's pressing and in the games you need him. And then look, you put him out on the left and he's killing big European teams as well. Go out and get a class striker that can go and then play there, and you can play him out on the left. But at the minute, I think he needs to play as a striker in the bigger games.
I know we're saying it every week, right? But what is happening with Celtic in the window here? Like,
Bizarre, man.
Mad.
The mad thing for me is it's like there's no even rumours. Like
No.
you might hear one every week. Like, I heard Andy Irvine last week, but even if Andy Irvine was true, centre mid's the one area of the pitch. I think
He
Celtic
didn't
don't need
need
a player.
No.
It's mental.
Strange, and we said this last week that Kyogo left in January, Coons left like weeks and weeks ago, so they knew this was happening. So how there's no people already in the building? Bizarre. I genuinely don't know what it is now.
Do you think it is? Do you think this Champions League draw that they've got, do you think that's got anything to do with it? Just because they feel as if they've got more than enough to already get through domestic, they feel fine? Like, what do you think the reason is?
Show, nobody heard me ask it, and I didn't want to ask it again. But do you think this could be a case where players are waiting, players Celtic are waiting to see if they get Champions League before deciding if they want to go or not?
I don't think so, no. Because, well, the one that we know is a fact is they're in for the boy Jacob Broom, who's at Go Ahead Eagles. He's not waiting to see if Celtic get in the Champions League before he signs for Celtic, surely.
Yeah.
I think it's just a lack of activity, whether it's they've not got certain targets yet, or...
They've got to be working away.
Aye.
Like, they've got to be in the things, like, ready to go, surely. Well, no for just Champions League, but they've got to be working in the background. They can't...
Surely Rodgers...
Does it again as well? Did it look at...
It wasn't just pussy, it was what he wanted, surely.
He's just happy they're getting pussy. Do you think it is as well? Because I think the league's so comfortable as well. Like, do we need to rush it? It's not like Rangers are going to be pure breathing.
But that's what my kind of feeling is now. It's like I feel as if they obviously know they want to strengthen, but there's no a real rush for it. Like, we feel as if we're fine domestically now, we feel as if we're going to go through. I think that's like...
But surely that Champions League game, you can't take a risk with that.
Maybe he does just want some quality time with pussy. Before somebody else comes in.
Just focus on that for a cut.
Just really focusing on pussy. A lot of one-to-one.
Maybe that's what it is.
Did you know say you were going to get the answers anyway? Like,
I know, honestly, this week
If the answer's on pussy you want, he's the wrong man. He knows absolutely nothing about him. He's in the dark when it comes to pussy, mate.
You need to provide us more info with going on there.
No, I'm trying my best to get a sit down with Brendan.
I thought you meant with pussy. That'd be done in 30 seconds. That.
No, I just find it, honestly lads, I just find it nuts.
What about on Falkirk? Have you got a fear for them as well?
I don't think they've signed enough players or a bit more quality for last season. Could be wrong there because he's still a bit unknown with some of them. They've come up for League One and the Championship and they've done well, but getting in this league, they could come into this league and do well, but I don't know, just looking at it, I think they're a bit short. I
also think realistically, I know you're saying like top 6, but that's like an outlandish shout, innit? Like, I don't think many people, but what is the expectation? Like, they do the first game of the season, which is a decent result. So it's not as if they're in a free fall, are they? 2 games in and they've obviously not started great. I think they'll be fine.
Do you think they'll be alright?
I think there's just 4 or 5 teams going for the same. They're kind of in the same boat, aren't they? So I do agree. I'd be really surprised if they don't sign at least 1 or 2 more, because I do think they're short in certain areas of the pitch. And I do love the fact that McGlynn's putting loads of faith into boys that has done well for him the last couple of years. But I think it's more that depth in it. Like, if you get 1 or 2 injuries in certain areas of the pitch, you need to be able to replace them for quality. So I still think they need a couple of players.
Defensively, I think they need to.
Top end of the pitch and a centre half for me.
Like, Bainey's good. Bainey getting in. Like, I know he's no been playing, but he's been at Celtic, but he'll help. But I just think defensively they're not that level to deal week in, week out with Premiership players.
Does Idah start on Wednesday night?
It looks like I still think it looks like he will, because I don't think he will go Idah through the middle on Wednesday. I think
is that purely because he's optioning on the wide areas?
Probably, aye. Because I think Yang said it all the time. I think every time Yang comes off the bench, he looks as if he's got promise and he's made impacts. But I think any times he started, he's not really done enough to keep on to it, is he? So
would you start Idah?
I think you would need to, wouldn't you?
You still look as if you wouldn't.
Don't think I would.
What would you go?
Made up top.
Jamesy.
Maybe potentially playing Nigan for the right.
He's not going to do that though, is he?
Would you do that?
No.
He's just scored playing 8. He's just settled in 8 and you want to fuck him out wide. Fucking genius, man. Look. Do you know what? It's fucked on the pussy chat, look.
Fuck, man.
His head goes when pussy's mentioned, look.
What the fuck's going on today, man? Get me fucking one back on fucking pussy.
He's here.
Fucking pussy, yeah. What the fuck's going on, man?
Pussy was sitting next to you right now, what would you do?
Fucking lucky. Jazza, I'll tell you, I'll murder these 2 man there, I'm telling you. I'll fucking gut them, man. They'll be fucking gutted.
Fucking lucky.
You to be left naked one day, did. Both of you together.
Fucking lick him.
Look at that. Holy fuck.
Genius, mate.
What about him not wearing a tie? That was
Telltale
a big
signs.
deal was made of that, wasn't it? It is mad up here, isn't it? The things people look into.
That's sensational.
Brendan no wearing the tie, Russell Martin just going out looking brilliant, but no wearing these. What's your view on that one?
I would rather he wore a suit and tie, to be fair.
There's
Just
your
for the
headline.
fact-
There's your fucking headline.
Just for the fact that for the last 150 years it's been
He's
done.
fucking coming.
Clip it up.
Am I going off my nut greeting? He's no. Like,
But as you
sort of
listen to it
preface
and people, it's all over the place that that's what they're doing. And
I actually thought
Imagine
Rodgers.
that. He's a scruffy bastard on the back of his
I know.
Fucking done again.
I actually thought Rodgers.
Fucking Russ.
What you doing, Russ?
What you wearing, Russ?
Fucking Russ and Drew, man.
I actually thought Rodgers' reply in the press was quite good, to be fair, not.
What did he say?
When
That
he's
was
just
good,
like,
mate.
it's just, you know, sometimes when you're hot, you take your tie off. They said.
Charlie asked, did you wear any pants? Charlie asked, did you wear any pants?
No, you know it.
To be fair,
What did Rodgers say?
He just started laughing.
Amazing.
That was superb.
conditions you played in?
Albania, Flamitari, and they changed the fixture to 3 o'clock, and we had to keep getting. I mean, you couldn't move. We actually see at half time. All the players at half
To get
time.
bungees. To get going.
At half time, we all decided that we weren't going to move in the second half, and I don't mean just no move, but just stay in the rain half, stay in the rain shape, keep the score down. Mate, that was horrendous. You couldn't genuinely run any distance, or you couldn't breathe.
So the hottest conditions you've played in?
Aye, Azerbaijan, full time. And then we played Scoopy in the first round of the Europa League. Yeah, Europa League.
Yeah.
Macedonia, 41 degrees. 0-0, and honestly, mate, would I shook your horn for 0-0 at the start of the game? It was too warm.
What about you, hottest?
Hottest. Probably coming in here today.
Aye, it is warm in here. Jazz, what you hottest?
pre-season somewhere, I don't know. Budapest was hot.
Budapest was hot. We did in Budapest. We get a night out.
I'm not allowed one.
What's your thoughts on that? Not getting a night out in pre-season.
You've got to
You
give
get one,
them something.
shouldn't you?
You've got to, like, whether it's a afternoon, if you're on the last night away, you go, or what, you've got to give, I think.
Sure, a few snuck a beer now.
Second year.
Was it
Were
second
you there
year?
the second year?
No. Oh, I was.
That was mayhem.
And then I got released after it. That was mayhem. Did Jim Gannon get you tonight in Azerbaijan? Wherever you were.
No. He was proper disciplinarian. He wouldn't allow any of that, mate. He was in. We were in every day of the week. He was in the army. Jim Gannon. I think he took a lot from that.
Do you know your dad?
Didn't know my dad. No. Didn't know my dad. No.
Do you know his dad was in the army?
Oh,
Did they know about your granny?
Play bank.
Was Gannon part of that?
Jim Gannon.
Gannon never done it, did he?
No.
He was.
No. He was in the same army as she wasn't in the army, but he was fighting for her. These guys are fucking punch.
mate.
Is we Ian going to join? Is he in the Scouts? Yeah. Stephen Robinson signed a new contract. I'm going to ask you, would you say he's a club legend? Stephen Robinson, what he's done at Sutton? Or does he need to go and win a trophy?
Probably a trophy, but what a job he's doing.
Aye.
I think European memories and that. They've obviously had three top six in a row for any club outside of Hearts, Hibs, Aberdeen, Rangers and Celtic. Obviously is unbelievable. I think especially the way they've done it as well, because last season obviously started the season quite poor, and even towards the sort of last sort of 5-6 games of the season and going into the split, they didn't even look as if they were going to get there, and then they obviously beat us and Hearts it towards the end. So the way they've done it's been unbelievable. I think the full fan base have just bought into how he does, what he does, how his team plays, how his team work, how his team fight, and they obviously love him now, don't they?
The big boy Killian Phillips, a right good player, isn't he?
Very good. Very good.
And what is again? He loses players every year, doesn't he? Never really
Aye.
moans about it. I know after games he can say that they should have won a lot of games that maybe shouldn't have, but doesn't really make it. Like Boyd Muntz left this summer, didn't he? He's probably their best player. But again, is that what good coaching is? You lose players and you just bring other players in, and it's still seamless.
I think, again, Andy spoke, he's got a way of playing. I think they are a big, strong, physical side, but they can play some decent stuff at times as well. But
Again, physical in this.
well, you'd look
Try to
all
sign me on
right.
an 8-year deal after this, didn't you, Stephen?
You would look all right in that team now. Great job he's done.
I think it says a lot. Then every player says they hate playing against St Mirren, doesn't it? So that shows that obviously he's got them well organised, well drilled, so he's done well.
That's a breakdown.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. You've seen a breakdown happen live.
That's the image of breakdown. That right there.
That should be used on posters. Are you struggling? Oh, holy fuck.
That's a blow
For Dale.
because I think the big thing what he's said since he's come into Hearts is we really want to, we want to go and win a cup. Hearts are that size of club. They've obviously brought a lot of players in, and they want to obviously win that cup. But it was always a hard fixture, wasn't it? Though?
Aye. That's what I mean. Like, is it a disgrace to lose in
No,
penalties?
no way.
St Mirren?
No way.
I think some of the stuff I've been reading about, it's the biggest overreaction of all time, honestly.
Aye.
Especially with the start they've had with blitzing everybody in the League Cup, like your grand. And then obviously winning their opening 2 fixtures in the league, like, it's hardly a disgrace, is it?
Did he make changes?
A few, but not many. 2 of the new signings.
Yeah.
Boy Magnuson comes in, the boy Kibori comes in.
Why did Benning been? Has he been out? Has he been injured?
Injured, aye.
And he came on at half time, didn't he? Because you would be starting him, wouldn't you, if he's
But
fit?
then you hear all the shite about people saying, oh, Dale's come out and says they want to win a cup, they're out. But it's good that he's come out, he's shown that.
Exactly, mate.
He's
Like
going
you said
in,
about Dunfermline, he's sitting there standing.
he's putting it down that that's what they want to do, and then look, they're obviously going to lose games. Andy says that the start's been brilliant. I think they will have a really good season. I like the appointment of him going in there, and the size of the club as well, going in and just the personality. And like, he's come out and says we want to win cups. Fucking hell, they do.
know.
They're going to get beat, but he'll pick them back up again and they'll go.
It's mad how people see that as a negative.
Man,
The
I know,
Hearts
it's-
manager thinks he can win a cup
It's incredible.
and be
And
successful.
criticise him for saying it, like now because they go out. When people say, "Oh fucking hell," he says they want to win a cup. Look at that. As you say, they've been put out of the team that have been beating other teams and doing well, like top 6 3 years in a row. It's
Are they struggling for
penalties as
right back?
Well, the boy that they signed, the Norwegian boy's injured for a while. And they obviously loaned it Adam Forrester to St Johnstone, who've just recalled him. So I think the boy McIntyre started well in the middle of the pitch. They've obviously put him out to right wing back. So I think a lot of the frustration was they've not got a right back or right wing back available, change the shape. But at the same time, if they change the shape and lose, you're going to say, why do you not
Why
play
did you
3-5-2?
not?
You won every game.
Aye.
Whatever happened to the madman that got the man of the match on his debut and then sent off in the 3 on G's in the next one?
The one I said Rangers. Why
He's
did
only
Rangers
on
not
loan.
sign
Oh,
him?
was he on the
Nah,
loan?
he was on loan. That was
said
the
Rangers
biggest
should sign him.
overreaction ever.
Rangers should sign him.
I said that, no.
After the
Was
first
that
year.
good, mate?
Why are Rangers not signing him?
Would you know if
first?
you're Derek McInnes now dive into the market and take Nicky Devlin?
Worried about the way you're looking at me. I caught you when Jazz was speaking fucking
Aye.
stern it is.
I'm worried about you.
Would be a good signing, by the way.
I'm telling you right now.
Devlin jink for Aberdeen for Hearts.
If I'm Derek McInnes, I'm going straight in to get him right now because Aberdeen aren't playing him. He played v Celtic at left back, which I don't know why he done that, but anyway, he's not been part of his plans for, I would say, a good 6 months now. So for me, he's too good to be sitting on the bench. So if I was Derek McInnes, I'd go straight in and get him now. I don't know how much they would ask for. I don't know.
Would you pay money for Nicky Devlin if your Hearts?
Of course you would. Scotland internationalist.
Much you paying?
I think you're looking 550.
550. Why not 500?
Well, I don't know. The prices. I'm just saying, with his situation at the moment at Aberdeen, no playing a lot.
That's a good shout.
Like that, and Nicky Devlin.
If I was Hearts, I think he's a...
How long's he got to go though?
I don't know because he signed a new deal
Or did he?
last season, and then ever since it seemed like he signed that deal, he got a wee knock, and then he's just not been back in the team at all. But he's too good not to be playing, and he's got to be playing at that level. I don't think dropping.
Suits Stel's kind of style of play as well, doesn't it? They're going to ask him to drop in and pass it really up and down the pitch.
Well, they can do that if they want to do that, but
All right. Just on to Dundee, Jazz, obviously you're old, so you had a bizarre few moments at Dundee. Tony Dock obviously lost his job last year. No too dissimilar to yourself. Were you surprised when that happened?
I was, aye.
But then no surprise because
Yeah, you're surprised for a minute and you're like, nah, that's just normal for Dundee. No, I was. Obviously they stayed up on the last day at McDermott and you think they had lost a lot of goals. I was throughout the season they'd lost a lot of goals, but I was at Tannadice. They won there for the first time in 20 odd years or whatever it was, and they were brilliant on the day. You just think that they finished top 6 the first year, then the poor were they finished, but gave them the next season to go and have. I was surprised, felt sorry for him as well. I do like him. I think the job he done was good. But what Dundee
But
did.
similar to yours, it's not just the fact that you've been lost your job, it's who's then replaced you, isn't it? See, when you heard it was Mark McGee, was a genuine surprise for you.
Aye. Aye.
When did you hear that? Just when everyone else heard it?
Probably a couple of days later, aye, when he was doing all his mad interviews. I was surprised, but that's what happens in football. There's somebody that's going to come in when Presley goes in there as well. At the time they were talking about, was it Maloney, people like that getting in, and you're looking at it, and then Elvis gets in, and I don't know. I hope he does well. It's a day like that club, but I was surprised for Doc.
It was mental, wasn't it?
Crazy.
We were saying at the time. When you put it in like context of like the new, it's Jim Goodwin doing what he done last year. If they finish bottom six this year, he gets a sack. Do you know what I mean? It's mental.
And then replacing him with Howard Wilkinson. It's like that, isn't it?
Oh,
It's
brilliant.
mad. And just on 11, you played on Andy's career debut. When he came out
Last
7
game
and
of the
5
5-2 St Johnstone.
Was it last game?
Aye, last game.
Do you get told, when do you get told to warm up?
I can't actually remember.
you score?
It was maybe it was maybe the last like 20 minutes of the game. I was still in school at the time.
So you were in school on the Friday and this was a Saturday?
No, so I got day release on the Friday to train with them. And the main thing I remember all the time was no kit. So they all had the training kit on, looking all smart. And I had
wore
like
your school uniform?
a purple t-shirt, orange shorts, yellow socks, and I was just getting caned straight for the get-go. And then obviously getting put in the squad the next day, unreal. But I always remember, like, I don't know if you'll remember this, but I always remember all they spoke about was the fact that the third choice goalie was playing in goals. Remember Looney, Mark Loon?
Aye.
So this boy was basically a training goalie and it was hopeless. And I think Colin Stewart was a goal at the time, and I can't remember if like he was out of contact or something happened, but he wasn't playing. So this third choice goalie was playing in goals. I remember it's all I thought about, and he had a fucking
I gave away
shocker.
2 penalties that day, I know.
Did you?
Aye. Aye.
Were you playing up front or centre half?
Centre back, aye.
Is that quite early on in your centre back career?
Aye. Paul Sheeran scored the 2 of them, I'm
What
sure.
were you doing,
that-
just kicking fuck out people?
I don't know, probably just miles off it. Like, usual.
Wait, was it Bowen?
This-
Is it Gary Bowen?
No. Who would have been the manager then?
It was...
Was it Dave
Mark
Bowman?
Proctor?
No, was Proc not away?
No, it was Prop, because the Prop
Oh,
took
no.
it to Middlesbrough. It was, but I'm sure it was Prop.
Aye, it was.
Aye, Prop.
Aye, because they get rid of him, didn't they, at the
Aye.
end of that season?
Aye. But no, I always remember also like this, let's say this Mark Looney training goal, and the boys used to cane him, didn't he? I always remember at the end of the game he flung his gloves in and Snoddy said all the fans ran away for the gloves. Fucking sucking on the gloves.
What was your memories each other? You get on well?
Aye,
Aye.
I think so.
Aye. I always, I'm not just saying this, it's because you're sitting here, I've said it in the podcast before, I always thought, you know, Jazza, Dave Mackay, Snods, Dawza, these boys, they were brilliant for me. And there was a couple as well within the first team squad that I spoke about before that weren't good with me. Do you know what I mean? And that's like probably the grounding and the character building that you go back then that you maybe don't get now, because I don't think you get criticised as much with younger boys. You always seem to be a wee bit more careful around younger ones, but there was a couple of ones that were really hard on me that straight away I didn't like and they didn't like me.
But you would get back, no, in a bad way. Like, you would
I'd have
like,
that
stand up for yourself. aye.
Especially for what we one guy in particular, if you remember who it was.
Roddy
but
McKenzie.
Roddy McKenzie.
Same.
man, aye.
Same.
I used to argue with him all the time.
You would
Goalies.
just
Aye.
say an opinion on outfield players?
Just how critical he was, I thought, was mental for young boys, and it was like all the young boys, it
Aye.
wasn't just myself, to be fair.
Would you stick up, like,
Aye.
argue with him? Aye.
But I was a wee prick at the same time. As much as I would stick up for myself, I always admit I was a wee prick when I was younger. So
what way?
I was just that chirpy way that I would answer back if I didn't like you, basically. So for like other boys like Jazz, Snodden, I'd go with me, you take it.
I
But
think
like,
there's anything
boys
right
like that was dead
Aye.
personal and like we just have a way to criticise you. I would always have a go back. Aye.
Who was better, Dorans or Snodgrass?
Fucking hell, he's queening you for
By-
asking him
By
that
the way,
question.
I think that's a near impossible question, honestly.
Dorans
They
was
both
top,
of them
wasn't he?
I think when like,
Snoddy was brilliant, but Dorans was top.
and Snods went away on loan and stuff, when I probably played Mayor. I was a striker, I think, when I played with Snoddy, so... And Snoddy was in the first team when he was really young, but then played Mayor games with Dorans later on, and the 2 of them were brilliant. Outstanding.
Where was Dorans playing then? Centre mid or centre forward?
Wide right or wide left.
Right, aye. See, I know, like, we always do this, where, like, see, when you look back at, like, pictures of old squads, you'll say, that's a fucking good team, but that was a proper good team.
Griffiths
Like,
as well,
the
wasn't it?
players in that team, mate, Mate, do you know what? Dave was
Dave
so
was a good
underrated.
Mackay was a good player, right back.
So underrated. Joe Hamill,
Aye.
very good.
He went to Leicester, didn't he?
Aye, Callum Elliott,
Good player.
Murray Davidson.
Murray
was playing.
Davidson, aye. It was a proper good
What
team.
position did you play at the wing? Left
I
wing?
came on left wing, aye. I always remember, I never done anything, but I always remember I won a corner and I felt unreal. Just for winning a corner.
In the St Johnstone game?
Aye, for the St Johnstone game. I went to take the fullback down the line, I crossed it and got blocked out for a corner. I was like, I've made it, man.
Aye,
But
that's something.
I hardly touched the ball, mate, generally.
I remember Snoddy at that time, we were in the same Scotland team, and he just broke into the first team, and he said, I make sure that every game I do something that will get clipped up. He'd always try like a trick or do something like outrageous so that it would get shown.
Yeah,
That was always his
during the
mindset. Eh?
Yeah, I donut during the game.
He told that at the Hydro, actually.
I'll no thank us for that.
What a boy. What was Griff like? Brilliant.
Good. Aye, like, again, just so off the cuff. Like, then, obviously, I played with him at Livingston, played with him at Hibs. And you could see him just developing, then obviously playing against him at Celtic, but just that left foot, like, you just score out of nothing. You're just a moon man at times, but in a good way.
What's been a moon man for Griff late all the time?
Aye, like, just stuff like that, like, never really in a bad way, in my opinion. Like, maybe more so at Hibs, where the papers would be writing stuff like fighting. I think I told this on this before, where he was meant to be fighting with Billy Brown at training, he wasn't. But like, they'd be arguing, and because it was Griff going with what Andy says, like, the papers just write things, and it was a full-on scrap at training. It wasn't. It was just an argument. Like, but with Griff would just probably bring the things on. Good player.
With Snoddy, he's like stupid stage at that time.
Aye.
But always up to stuff.
Mental, mate.
Aye. Oh, he was mad.
What would he do?
The phone calls
Aye.
were brilliant.
It was a
And
prank.
is this in the dressing room? Everyone around
They're
him?
in the lunch bit. Aye. And how he could keep his face straight, like, and we'd all be like getting told to shut up because we'd be killing ourselves laughing, but Snods could just sit and do it.
Nothing was serious. So it's just every Friday at Livi used to do worst trainer, so they'd do a vote. Even his votes weren't serious, you know what I mean?
Just
It'd be like Mark Loon's right glove, you know what I mean? Like just daft things. But we used to travel, we used to get the X15 for Buchanan Street to
It
Livi.
must have been carnage,
It was the best
Who was on that,
journey.
Andy?
Me, Snoddy, Doza,
Gary Miller.
Gary Miller, and then two other younger boys, Chris Malone, Davie Sinclair, Scott Walker. Mate, honestly, just the stuff that used to happen, man. Like, so many stuff that I couldn't say on here, but for the most part, just a laugh and a joke. And then, like you said, prankies galore. He would always do things with the bus driver. I think I've told before that he used to go on YouTube and he would put like buzzing alarm sound, and he'd put the phone by the bus driver's ear, and he'd go to that. Mate, something's fucking buzzing out the back there. So he'd pull over a hard shoulder and be a fucking, oh mate. He's just something happened all the time. You know what he used to do as well? I used to love, would walk, so it's like a coach, mate. So it's a big coach, you know what I mean? He'd always walk up with a traffic cone on the bus. So he'd sit in the back of the bus with a traffic cone, just shouting to the driver, oh mate. It was the best time of my life though, mate, honestly. Seeing I look back at my younger days at Livi, like, I just don't think you'll never get dressing rooms like that again.
No.
Never.
No.
Aye, my youth team days are definitely the
The
best. days of
best,
my life.
mate, honestly. So good.
What?
Do they not like that now?
No, not even
fuck,
close,
can't
mate,
even-
honestly.
So quiet, mate.
So quite, that's what it is.
But it's even like daft things regardless of characters, right? I remember we never used to leave the training at about 3-4 o'clock. See now, like,
love
boys
being
are
a bit,
about
mate.
boys are about at 12:30, 1 o'clock. Honestly, like maybe not 12:30, but like between 1 and 2 o'clock, boys are away. But like back then, I used to remember like the coaching staff would purposely leave you, and you knew when the last bus would leave. So if the last bus was at 4:30, they'd keep you there about 4:15, so you need to run for the bus. It's unreal.
That was mayhem. That bus must have been mad.
I always remember the 12-minute run at Livi.
Aye.
Oh,
What was that? Just
Every Monday, wasn't it?
every
7
Monday.
minute laps in 12 minutes.
No, it was a fucking through the forest and all that. Mate, Snod used to swim across the river,
Aye,
didn't
we get caught one day. Dave Bowman caught us.
he? Because he's
Caught you what? Run
So
it.
going across the bridge, and you could wait and come down the other side and time it, so you were getting in it. Just under 12 minutes. And he must have clicked on thinking, aye, we get caught.
Why's your trainer soaking? Like he swam for the river.
What were you going to say?
When did Snoddy change? As in, like, he went down to England and he almost became this ultimate professional. Did you see that happening at Livingston, or was it when he actually made the move down there?
Aye, for me, it's probably when he went.
Well, I got to Leeds.
I went down south, because we used to go to Ibiza every year, didn't we? I remember one year we went to Ibiza and he opened up his suitcase and there was a big box of protein powder, and we were all like, what the fuck? Like, this is not the guy we've known for the last 10 years. So obviously just went down there and like model pro, by the way.
I know.
He was.
Like, proper model pro, but just shows you, didn't it?
For him,
Because
didn't it?
it's probably the thing that was labelled at him when he was younger, that he was far from it.
He was always heavy when he was younger, Snods.
Aye.
He was still brilliant in
Yeah,
everything he'd
great,
done, but probably that move and getting away and just think, because he went down and he played quite early, didn't he? He went right into the Leeds team, and he probably just thought, look, I can have a go here.
Yeah.
And he done it. Brilliant. Top class.
I always tell a story when I used to be really close with his agents, Lee and Barney, and I went with them once when Leeds played Tottenham in the Carling Cup, I think it was called then, and he tore Gareth Bale up. Honestly, Gareth Bale was playing left back for Tottenham that day. Snoddy got man of the match, it was on Sky, tore him up, and just shows you, didn't it?
Made a few play, didn't he? Just on Davie Martindale, are you close with Davie?
I wouldn't say close with him, but I speak to him now and again. I've seen
hero,
that.
mate,
He's brilliant.
Great guy.
Like,
What a
again,
job again, what a job he's done, eh?
I think it's getting into his 6th season as a manager, but obviously he was there before. I heard that the other day. But to go down and come back up through the playoffs, and I just think he's brilliant. Like, he comes across great. I see the stuff we use, but speaking to him, again, you get sacked. It probably doesn't mean a lot, but one of the first people that pick the phone up to you and talking to you, come in any time you want, stuff like that. But
that phone's encro chat at the moment.
I know. I
love him, man.
He's on the encro, isn't he?
He's just to stay. Like, and people can say, "Oh, look, he's been there for ages and he does this round about the stadium." A load of shite. Like, he gets results on the park, and that's what matters. Like, he got them back up, and we beat them to what must have been one of them only wins, so I should remember it. But 3-0, and you're thinking, like, you don't know, but then they just kept the motor. They kept winning games. Falkirk couldn't. No surprise other night last week when Livi beat Falkirk. Falkirk couldn't beat them last year. Like, and they got to the end of the season where it was squeaky bum for Falkirk because Livi were close to them, and then obviously they got through the playoffs. Brilliant. Nah, he is. He's been good.
Any update on Chipper?
Hey, what's Chipper doing?
He's up in the stand, he's in the offices, isn't he? But I don't know why he's not doing the coaching.
What, is he part of the office staff now?
I think he's up, all I've heard is he's up in the stands.
We have a pencil skirt.
His missus is going to batter us, mate. Remember she told us to stop saying things about it?
You're close to getting in there, were you know? Is that a load of shite?
No, I
I'm selling, mate.
I didn't weasel my way in. Me and Davey got on really well. I think you see a soft spot for me, but I just thought to myself, can I bring a lot to Davey's backroom to staff? Didn't think it, so.
I know.
Don't know. He's a fucking got my shell a wee bit.
What would you like to do for him?
No, it's aye. What's the future for you, mate?
Don't know, mate. Wait and see. I would love to coach again. Like,
would you go in, sorry mate, would you go in as a coach somewhere? Aye.
Would you, Jazz, eh?
Aye, but it probably sounds bad and it'll come across wrong, but the best time was, see, the youth team at Dundee. Like, I don't know if I was spoiled, I had good players. Like, and then I was thinking about that earlier, that at the same time Jim McIntyre had bombed a lot. So I had like 7 or 8 first team players plus the young boys that are now, Lyle, Josh, Max Anderson, who's moved as well, Finn. So it was easy to put. It was good, like good sessions. I enjoyed that. And then you go first team and it's mayhem every day.
More pressure than.
They're just like
so many other things you need to deal with than just actually coaching.
I enjoyed that as well. I just want to be back coaching.
See Finn Robert, he's took the 10 shirt this year, is he on the same level as, was he on the same level as Lyle and Josh?
Aye, definitely.
He could go and,
I think so, and people will disagree, and that's up to them. But I played Finn before any day too. Different players, what they've got. Finn, I think through time, he's a number 6 deep line midfielder, whatever you want. I know he's took the number 10, but he's progressed a wee bit where they're trying to push him to be more box to box or to get more goals in his game. But nah, he's excellent. He probably just needs to play games, and he'll have a bit between his teeth. He's seen those two move. But I think he could go and move.
Brilliant.
Brilliant, lads.
Lads, excellent.
Lads,
Excellent.
cheers.